Welcome to Pew Pew Bang, a video game podcast that is also a slumber party. We're talking games, we're sharing stories, and dishing out life advice. My name is Kelsey Lewin, and joining me we've got Janet Garcia.
Gotta catch them all.
Haley Maclean.
It's a good one. I wanted that one, not gonna lie. Not very many other things I could say quickly, cutely.
And Sarah Podzorski.
Sarah. That's me if I was a Pokemon.
Perfect. Okay, today we're talking about Pokemon, and that is actually all the intro I wrote this time. Pokemon Legends ZA. That's all we need. Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out soon at the time of recording, but I feel like Pokemon in general is a pretty evergreen topic that, I don't know, even as we were starting to talk before this episode, I was like, I think this could either be one 7-hour episode or like multiple episodes. We're not going to talk about half the things we want to talk about because it's just an enormous subject. So let's start with the obvious one. Are Pokemon games good?
They were.
Yes.
Yeah,
They once
This
were.
feels like a loaded question.
Yes,
Yes, question. It's like yes apostrophe with exceptions.
They automatically get my attention because they have the best thing in the world in them, aka the little guys, the Pokemon. And then other than that, they haven't really wowed me since the 2D days, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
They couldn't really survive
jump
that
to
jump to
3D.
3D. That was a big leap for them.
I am ready
Well,
to
what do you-
reveal myself as a sword and shield defender. Yes, we are out there, and I
Oh.
am not ashamed. I don't care that the whole dex isn't in there, because that's not how I play the game. And you could say that makes me a traitor to the community, and I do not care. But there are, I kind of like differ from you, Haley, in that sense. Like, there are some of the more modern ones that I've really liked, Sword and Shield being one of them. I like the little like additional treats that you kind of get in Pokemon, and by that I mean like ancillary optional stuff. Like, I really like the camping in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Could it have been better? Sure, but that's true of a lot of games. So I kind of don't feel the need to, I don't know, nitpick at that too much. Like, I liked being able to hang out with people. You make the curry. Again, we just did the cooking episode. It's fun to cook in games. I enjoyed like gathering things. I liked getting the toys and like having a different option on how to like level up my friendship with my Pokemon in that game. And as a soccer fan, I really liked the soccer setup for the stadium like battles, like the big
little
gym
song
battles.
they sing.
Yeah.
That did it.
Exactly. And I was like, I used to, people, and I love Wooloo. That was like kind of the every game, especially in the more modern era, they sort of have a pseudo mascot like for that game. And like they said, Wooloo,
Like a perfect
get
little
out
guy.
there
Yeah.
and sell some games.
Wow, the
And
crowd.
Wooloo was rolling as hard as he could, and it wasn't enough.
His shiny is a black sheep too. Like, that's like such a perfect shiny.
Yeah.
This also had the thing where, was it Gigantamax thing was in this one? Is that right?
Yeah.
This one was
I
Gigantamax.
believe so.
Yeah.
You could make Wooloo big.
That's what the stadium.
And what
was
did he look
for.
like?
And Pikachu fat.
He was, yes. So I'm like, I don't know what are we complaining about? The wild area, valid, because it was a patch of grass. So they said go play outside. Well, the wild area felt
What are
like
we
when I was a
complaining
kid.
about the thing that's bad. Yeah, that you got me.
Yeah, the thing that's bad. No, that's valid. That's valid. The wild area reminded me of like, as a kid, I had a backyard in the most technical sense ever. It was like a little sad square patch of grass that you could barely do anything in. And that was the wild area. So it definitely was giving, you know what, some people have more than you and you just got to live with it. That's what the wild area in Sword and Shield felt like. So it definitely has like its flaws to it. But I think of the more modern entries, that's like, you know, among some of my favorites. I'm sure we'll get into other ones like, you know, Arceus is a fun deviation and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say they're good games that do definitely rest on the laurels of like,
Yeah.
I love my little guys.
These are my little guys, and they're the
And it's
best
a little
in the world.
guy
Yeah.
game. So it's kind of the whole stick in a lot of ways.
It's about collecting your team of little guys, and then I feel
Yeah.
like once I have my team of little guys, I don't really care about anything else. But it's about finding my little guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assembling them. And then do any of you guys do the shiny stuff? Are you
Oh,
into
yeah.
shiny Pokemon?
No,
Nah.
I make a full shiny team every game
really.
Wow.
with all my favorite ones.
just
that are in
feels
that
like
one, yeah.
Montrachet.
It just feels like so much busy. Like, I don't think I've ever encountered a shiny. Maybe once.
Ever?
But like ever. Like, I don't
Same.
have any memories of like finding a shiny.
The
The newer games, it's like so easy
Yeah,
to
you can
do.
eat
In the
though.
newer
Sandwiches and
games,
stuff.
the newer games I have, but like
Okay.
Oh,
not
okay.
in like any of the DS or lower, like
No.
DS to Game Boy.
I wouldn't do. Yeah, I would say like, what generation forward? Probably like Sun and Moon forward. I've been a shiny hunter for my team.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it before
I think that's
then.
about where I started too.
Yeah. That's when they started adding like quality of life things to make it easier.
Yeah. Sun and Moon's also one of the ones I really loved.
I don't mind Sun and Moon. It just looks like such a early DS game these days that it's hard to look at it.
Yeah.
And not
I
be
feel
like,
like
ow, my eyes hurt.
Yeah, it's a little.
I got a
pointy.
little confused when every game had like a new gimmick in it. Like when they added Z moves, I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And then they added like the Mega Evolutions, and then they added like the Gigantamax, and I was like, why does it feel like we're just making these so we can sell a toy in Japan?
Oh, 100%.
Because they all involve some kind of like physical thing that you had to do with the Pokemon that could be easily sold in a child's. And I'm like, why are we doing this? Whatever
I bought a
happened to
little
just
like
Pokemon?
Z-move bracelet,
bracelet,
at
yeah.
GameStop.
Wow.
Oh, hell yeah.
Look at it. It's part of the problem.
It's part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Kelsey.
I mean, look, I get why we're doing the gimmicks, but I don't really, one of the things I was going to present to the group is what is the best of the gimmicks that they've done. But I would include, I don't know if this counts, but like, are baby Pokemon a gimmick? Because that was like a new thing introduced,
You mean like Pichu?
No.
Yeah. Like the first
like,
generation
trash,
had no baby
though.
Pokemon.
They are like trash.
I think that was just a way to entice girls to play.
That was just like new little guys.
What if
It's
we
like,
made it cuter?
Yeah, like whenever there's a new generation, I don't view that as a gimmick. That's just more little guys.
Yeah, but
showing
that wasn't just new generation. That was like,
That's true.
did you know there's a baby
like-
Pikachu?
Yeah. And couldn't you only get it? It was like rare.
Well, you
Pichu,
had to like
breed them.
You had to breed them. You couldn't just like find. I don't know if you could find any of the babies in the wild.
I feel like I don't mind that because it's not like a battle thing.
Right.
It doesn't really affect battle itself, and it was just like another layer they were adding. But that's also like, we all have like the rose-colored glasses of like, and now that I'm an adult, the Pokemon games aren't as good as when I was a child. Vibes occasionally.
No, but we're right though.
It's like, but yeah, but actually we're correct.
We're like right. In this
best
one,
Pokemon
it's like
game.
right.
If I had it my way, we really peaked at Pokemon Sapphire.
Oh, I love Pokemon
We
Sapphire.
peaked with the Pokemon cutie contests.
Oh,
is all
Yeah,
I
and
did in
secret
that
bases.
game. Yeah, secret bases. When I found a new secret base and then I would go and I would move all my stuff to my new secret base, I felt like an adult. Like I was scoping out, I was real estate hunting. I was looking for the most primo secret base, and I had one south of like the Rainy Tree Village in the tall grass. There's that really big tall grass area, and there was a secret base that had like a private pond and a little garden so you could grow your berries. And that was the
Sarah, I
elite
was just
one.
about to say, literally all of us had the exact same secret base, I bet, which is the like grassy one by Fortree City that's in the middle of a pond.
That's the one. But the thing is I didn't get to go on Google. I didn't Google it. I
No, I
scoped
didn't
every
either.
single base out.
We all found that one and were like, this is the best one. It was also
is
really
the
big
best
on
one.
the inside.
Yes, and then I put my my Whale Lord, my whale. I put all my plushies in there and shit. That was amazing.
The plushies were good.
That's
I
so
only played
funny.
it in the newer one. I played Alpha Sapphire as my first time playing that game. So it was even presumably, because I don't remember if there was any like significant differences that would like change the experience. Because I gotta be honest, I don't remember the secret base stuff as much. I just remember the quality of life being like unreal in that game. And there are kind of back to the gimmicks or the things they change gen to gen or game to game. One of my frustrations with Pokemon as a franchise is I don't mind necessarily the new gimmicks like, oh, now we dance, now we are big, sure, slay, whatever. But I hate that like sometimes there'll be a really good, fun idea. And then they're like, you know how that worked really well?
Yeah.
You're never going to see it again. And
Yeah.
but I really I feel like there's not enough I think that you need to find that sweet spot, right? Like I like a new game feeling new, but there's a lack of iteration that wouldn't make any sense in like so many other franchises. Like I think, I've been on and off of like EAFC, like the FIFA games. And what's fun about that is like they do add new stuff that's like the new kind of hot thing they're like selling. And maybe it's like certain teams or like certain things on the pitch or whatever. But they're like still inherently, it does feel like they're building on the structure they have. And I feel like Pokemon doesn't build as much as I would want. It doesn't feel like we're heading anywhere. It just feels like we're going different places.
Mm-hmm. Did X and Y have a gimmick?
Yes, I'm trying to think of what it was.
That was the Mega Evolutions.
Mega Evolutions?
Mega.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that, and like Z moves were okay too, but I feel like I unnecessarily draw the line at the Dynamaxing. I don't know why. I'm like, it's just why get big?
I mean, it is the most just kind of ridiculous sounding one where it's just like, okay, we've made this, like, Mega Evolutions kind of made sense to me. It's like temporarily they can get a little more powerful with this thing. And it's like,
Super
okay,
Saiyan
also
2.
temporarily they can get enormous and you have to fit them in a stadium. It's like, wait a sec. What?
I just feel
What is
like, and
happening
I told you we wouldn't talk about like the implications, but like the implications of Pokemon
we're gonna talk about
suddenly
the
becoming
implications.
the size of skyscrapers. Like, was it only within the stadium that they could do that? Was there like a law or something?
I don't think there's laws. I think it's like an honor system.
There's no
I
law.
don't think there's laws.
Lawless town.
Lawyer weighs
Are you
in.
not allowed to like Dynamax your Pokemon in like a small village or something?
Well,
I don't
picture,
know.
like, Lieutenant Surge. They're like, I fought in the Great Pokemon War. I'm like, were they using that back then? Because that's just nukes. If you had a Gigantamax Pikachu and you're like Thunderbolt that town, that's just Bikini Atoll or whatever that place is called that they nuked. That's just the same thing. So I doubt that. Is it that they're discovering it again? That Pokemon doesn't care. It's just, look, Charizard, new way for him to look so we can sell you in a toy. It's like, fair enough. But Mega Evolutions are the best gimmick, I think. Because at least you get a new look, like, appearance of the Pokemon, maybe a new type set, new move or something like that.
I liked the Z moves because I liked dancing with my Pokemon.
the Z moves dances were cool. Like I will give you the Z move dances.
Like they would just be like out there dancing side by side.
Yeah,
like,
you and Pikachu or whatever.
Yeah, me and Alolan Raichu, he's cutting it up on that board. It was just good. It's like we don't dance enough in general. I think it's something we can take into our everyday lives. Like, look at that! Look at that!
Look at that little guy.
If you're the audio listener, I'm so sorry, but like it's just them dance. It's cute. It's cute.
It felt very like Yokai. Like this was them trying to compete with Yokai Watch somehow.
Yeah.
Because like
Which,
Yokai
like,
Watch
they
had like
didn't
the dances.
End up needing to do, but
but this was their attempt.
Sorry,
look at how much animation
throw
is
Pikachu
in that.
into the air.
They're trying.
And I'm like, I'm shocked
And
at
it
how
looks
much they
so
animate.
good.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. Like I think that's the fun. Like what's fun about the old games, like the OG, like Pokemon Yellow and stuff, like on the Game Boy, is it's cute to look at the sprite art and to kind of see like the very simplistic animation of the sprite art. But that's kind of like the ending and the beginning for me. Like I tried replaying Yellow. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have fun. We're gonna go back.
Love Yellow.
Bro, that game. I feel like the game sucks to play today because it's so slow. It's so grindy.
So much nostalgia for it though.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like a vibe.
Like that was
but I'm
when
like,
my
oh,
brain
it's
was turning
rough.
on to consciousness. Like that's
Yeah.
how much nostalgia. Like I was like, wow, it's moving when I move my finger. Like that's the level of amazed I was
Yeah.
when I played that game. So
Like, it's a
fully
lot of work
acknowledge that it's not
in the
that
modern
Okay,
era.
everybody. I think everybody has a like huge Pokemon disappointment story, like something you did in the game because you were a child and you were you think about it years later and you're like, my God, this is horrifying.
Yeah.
You want to go first, Sarah?
I don't know. What do you mean? I'm confused by that.
So okay, for example, like I watched a lot of the animated Pokemon TV show with like Ash, Misty, and Brock.
Which I
and,
will
like,
not
I
be
was
showing as B footage because we will be copyright struck, by the way, immediately if I do that.
And like I was under, because of like Rock and Misty, I was under this thing that like this erroneous thought process that like you had to have Pokemon of all the same type. Like you had to like pick a type and like declare that as your type.
Oh, because
So
like
I
you're just going to
only-
gym leaders and stuff.
Yeah,
and-
well I was like,
Yeah.
oh, so we all just like pick a type, you know? And so then I
Other than
wanted to be
Ash.
like Misty. So I only picked water Pokemon, and I was like, why is this game so hard? Because I had a full-on only water team, you know? And I was like, this is like really difficult.
You're role
And then I
Misty.
didn't realize that, yeah, I realized later that like, oh no, you're like supposed to have as many variations as possible to get through the game.
But like in reality, you don't really, because if you just gas up your main guy who's got the best offensive move, you can no brain that.
Oh,
Was it
okay.
harder
Hang
in
on.
those?
I'm
Okay,
tabling
okay.
this discussion
Was it
because
harder.
we're-
Okay, yes.
yeah, we're gonna talk about if you guys are the kind of sickos that only level one Pokemon or not. But
little bit.
yeah. Anyways, I have two like sad I was a child things. And one of them was just that I didn't know you had to save the game. Like that was a new concept to me. I'd been playing like Mario Land, which has no saving in it. You know, Game Boy was my first video games. So the Tetris and Super Mario Land, no saving. I had no idea that was a concept. So I played all the way through Mount Moon. It was like a 5-hour session as a child, and I just turned it off and lost
Oh my god.
That's so sad.
Yeah, my first time playing Pokemon. That could have been the end of it. I think about that sometimes. Like, that could have frustrated me so hard that could have been the end of it. But
how many times did you do it before you realized? Or like,
oh, it was the first time. I told my mom, I was like, everything I did went away. And so she like read the manual and she was like, you have to save.
Oh, she read the manual for you?
I love that she did that for you. She was like, let's figure
time to
this
get to the
out.
bottom of this.
Yeah, I mean, I could read. I just don't think I like understood you needed to read a manual, you know? Like, that's just the piece of paper that this comes with. I don't know.
I never read the manual for things I need.
I had that issue too, but my cartridge battery died. And I think I started it up 5 times before I realized that I was starting from the beginning, which is also a little embarrassing.
I feel like they really don't teach you about, I think we talked about this already. I feel like they really don't teach you about cartridge batteries. Straight up, I think I learned about cartridge batteries from Kelsey, like for like a few years ago on YouTube or something.
They kind of don't need to, because when you think about it, like that game came out, those batteries live for minimum 10 to 15 years. Like, I don't think they really need to warn you about something that's going to happen in 10 to 15 years. So I kind of get it.
They don't even know if their company will exist in 10 to 15 years.
Right, like, and also whatever. They didn't...
Wow.
I don't think
taking
they
the cartridge aside, Kelsey? Damn.
I just don't know how that would have helped you. Like, you would have read that as a child and then been like, okay, in 10 years, I'm going to be an adult. Like, I don't know it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this information.
Well, we need like a re-education program, because now I am an adult and it's like, why are my games... Because you know what's funny? That happened to me on my Tetris game as an adult. Like recently, I was playing it in line for the Switch 2, and I was like, "Wait, where's my high score?" I wanted to as they were competing against each other, I wanted to see who had the clout there, and I couldn't because it can't save. I have to go back in and get a new battery for my Tetris.
Wait, which Tetris?
Just like OG Tetris, like Game Boy Tetris.
The Game Boy one doesn't have a battery.
Really?
I don't think.
Is there one that does have a battery?
Because the color one, Tetris DX, has a battery.
Damn, then why is it not saving? Hold on, I think
it may just not save.
Does it not save the high score? Why would it not save your high score?
I don't remember.
That's crazy.
I put my initials in and everything. JN. Maybe ET. I don't know if they let you put.
I don't think
that number, but
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think it ever had like a high score that keeps. Like some cartridges, but mostly later ones.
What bootleg Tetris game did I buy that has? Let me find out. This is just someone who scanned the game under a cartridge.
Well, again,
God
Tetris.
All right.
The color one probably did. I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna say that I'm 100% confident on this, but anyways,
someone online can explain it to me.
My other really sad story is that the very first shiny Pokemon I ever encountered was a Pokemon I had never seen before, so I didn't know it was shiny. It was a Zangoose. I was playing Pokemon Ruby, and I encountered a Zangoose. That's right. That's Pokemon Ruby, right?
I think so.
And it was blue, and it was a boy, and I was like, oh, blue ones must be boys, and red ones must be girls. It's okay. I saw a red one, I caught it, and then I saw the blue one, and I was like, must be a male female thing. Well, I already got one. It's no big deal, and I killed it.
Oh no!
I can see why you would think that though, because like they had like the plusle and minus. They had like the different variations of colors back then. So yeah, I could totally see why you would. I think they need to like in modern ones, don't they kind of sparkle sometimes?
They sparkle.
They totally sparkled in that one too.
So they must have been like the kids are throwing the shinies away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it should have been clear, because that's kind of the problem with shinies. Obviously now you can just Google it, but back then it's like, how would I know what I'm looking at here? Mm-hmm. It's not really an easy way to know.
Yeah, my friend told me that she had found like a shiny Metapod, but neither of us knew what shinies were. So she was just like, I was playing my game and I saw a red Metapod, and I was like, shut up, Allison, you're lying. That's not real. There's no red Metapods.
Yeah, Allison, you idiot.
Oh, sorry, Allison.
that's like the intention of shinies original, like back in the day. It's just like, wait, what?
It's them trolling us?
Crazy.
It is. I mean, it is
like
such a cool
thing where it's like you can get Mew if like you go to XYZ location at XYZ time.
Yeah, behind the bus or something.
Under the truck.
Yeah.
Under the truck.
Yeah,
He's
not
under the
trucks.
truck. I checked. He's not there, guys. Don't worry.
Because the first time they showed us shiny in the anime was the Gyarados, right? The red Gyarados.
No,
Pretty
Butterfree.
Sure. Oh,
But
yeah,
I don't
there
think
was
they-
a shiny Butterfree.
I don't think they like
they didn't
called
say
it
that.
a shiny.
No.
Because the first games don't have that.
No, they don't.
The first games
'Cause it's
don't
black and
have.
white. It's like grayscale or whatever. So
Yeah,
you
I mean the
don't
first games
tell.
are Game Boy games, and also I mean I don't maybe they just hadn't even invented it yet, you
Probably
know.
not. But yeah,
Um,
they did the whole thing with his Butterfree, and it was like what, like saying like this is a girl Butterfree. It, like someone said they didn't even think about it then. Yeah,
It's the only pink one for some reason.
was
It's
just
the only
shiny?
girl Butterfree in the
Yeah,
world.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
except that they
Yeah,
just
memory
didn't.
unlocked, right.
Yeah,
But shiny Butterfree in the game isn't pink. It's purple with green eyes.
Yeah.
wait, what?
That's a little
I thought
bit
shiny
weird.
Butterfree was pink.
Which
Like,
also
you're-
that
oh.
looks ugly.
Oh, what the
They
heck?
shouldn't have made that. That looks hideous.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, okay. I just haven't been okay.
it's like it has like
Those
green
things have
eyes.
combined in my head.
Yeah.
Oh,
look.
in Gen 2, it's a little more pink.
Yeah, you're right. Its wings
Okay.
are really pink.
That makes me feel
What
a
they
little
made
better.
from the anime
Okay.
is so much better than what
Yeah,
they
the
made.
Yeah,
in
I
the
agree.
game.
Oh, there's some ass freaking shinies. Me and Sarah were talking about this the other day. Of
Yeah.
just like
There are.
it's just the
Some really
same
bad
color.
ones.
agree
A
that,
more
like,
muted
Gengar-
color. Gengar's is
Gengar has the
ass.
worst shiny, or one of the worst.
Yeah,
shinies.
but
Look at
shiny
this.
Mega Gengar is great.
Oh, what's
How
that?
do I get a shiny Mega Gengar?
Well, just when you do the Mega Evolution,
Oh,
Oh yeah, he turns
okay.
white.
because he's white.
Well,
he's
then
like
why
a
is he
goat,
cool.
white to begin
right?
with?
He
Oh,
should be
I
white.
agree completely.
He should be white. Oh, that sounds.
Wow, really, Haley? 2025? You know, they said conservatism was coming up north, and I didn't want to believe them, but
He should be white.
you know,
God damn it, ad block. I look like I don't support things when the ad block thing pops up and I leave.
Wait, but
Yeah.
Haley and Janet, do you have any like embarrassing kid Pokemon moments?
I don't think so.
I
You
got
guys are
Pokemon.
just too smart, too cool.
My
I
brother
got
was
one.
playing games with me as well, like, and he was 6 years older, so I think we kind of had there was like a shared mental economy between the two of us with games. So I don't think I didn't get caught up as much. I think for that reason, but yeah, Haley, what was your plight?
I got Pokemon Blue for my birthday when I was 5, and it got thrown away in the wrapping paper at my birthday.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my god.
And then I did get another one, but obviously it took a couple weeks because my parents are normal.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I want to play red. Alex is playing red because he got red and
Oh.
I got blue, and like I didn't get blue until my birthday. And so that sucked. And then the other thing was Alex, like, I actually have a picture for proof. Alex would swindle
the
me
picture's so cute.
and trick me into stealing all my good Pokemon. Here is physical evidence of us using the connector cable. There's my red Game Boy with my Pokemon Blue, and he had a blue Game Boy with Pokemon Red. And I
So
would trade
cute.
him everything for Jigglypuffs. He would just like... I would send him my starter. I would send him like all
The
good
legendaries or something.
yeah, the legendaries or something. And he
He was just using you
sent
as a
me-
mule. You're just like a Pokemon mule for
I was a
him.
Pokemon mule. And we did this with the Pokemon trading card game too. I would give him all my cards if he gave me his Jigglypuffs. And I don't know where I think I've ranted about
Did you
that
like love
funny.
Jigglypuff also, or
I
did he just train you to
loved-
love Jigglypuff? Okay.
I loved Jigglypuff. Look at me, I'm wearing a little pink dress, got a pink bow in my hair. Of course I love Jigglypuff.
I thought you'd be more like a Rapidash girl.
I love Rapidash / Ponyta's my favorite now. Because I love the episode of the anime where the big race where he's racing on
yeah.
Rapidash. That was my favorite episode of the anime. But I just love Jigglypuff. They knew what they were doing marketing with that. It was like, little girls, look, it sings. And I was like, yes, nom 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 nom. But that's literally, I remember this. It was a family barbecue. And why did I tag myself? Oh my God. Anyways, this is on Facebook. And I remember him being like, come here, I need to get something from you. And like sending him like a good Pokemon. I was like, give me another Jigglypuff. So that's how we would play.
God,
Yeah,
I
your-
love
bet
being
your
the older
Jigglypuff
sibling.
was like a million, level 1 million or something though, right? It had to have been like super strong.
I think I just slept everything and hoped for the best. That's my trauma.
Shinies are the
Did you guys
original
ever
blind box.
Yeah. Did you guys ever complete your Pokedexes? I did. I do not give a shit about my
Sometimes
Pokedex,
I
to be totally
do.
honest.
Sometimes.
Maybe back in the day, but probably not even then, because I feel like I didn't play games as thoroughly as like if I go back in time, it's like, what else are you doing? You might as well just like game a bunch. But I wasn't like 5 being like, one day I'm going to do podcast. Like I just was, vibing. So I don't think I was like, there's so many games I started where it's like, it's like, how do you only have 7 games for this console and you haven't beat like most of them? That's like so me grieving younger me. But yeah, I haven't, I find it for that reason hard to imagine I completed my Pokedex. But if I did, it probably was like those earlier games. Cause I don't know. Like, I don't think I cared to do like the extra work of doing it in the modern games. Though that's the main thing I'm chasing is like catching more of the Pokemon and also making my funky little teams. I have different themed teams that I make.
Yeah. They give you
that is the best way to play as an adult.
The shiny charm now, if you complete the Pokedex, lowers the rate in which shinies occur. So that's like a nice incentive because since I do that shiny
they give you
thing.
that nice little certificate too. You get to say, look at me, world, I matter. Like I do want that piece of
game,
paper.
you could print it off and put it on your wall.
I know. They need bring back printing stuff off. I want to feel something.
Game Boy printer
in my hands.
Yeah.
I think they could very easily, because they now have those like little wireless printers that are just Bluetooth. That would be like the easiest little accessory.
Yeah.
Wait.
There's one that I have for the Switch. I have like an MinnMax that like connects to my Switch, and I can print my Switch photos onto it.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. There's like a Pikachu one, right?
Yeah, but I think you have to go like via the Switch app on your phone. So like it's not that great.
Of course. They can't just like be normal about it.
It definitely, there's like, you have to go through like a 3-step process to get any of these photos. And it's like, if it's on my phone at that rate, I could print it using anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this little like Instamax mini.
They need to bring back like the printing stickers thing. Like Nintendo's so busy making like alarm clocks and like a plant that says like, fuck you, like when you walk by. And what I really want is...
Do they make that?
Fucking stickers. And yeah, it's like, they're like, oh, he'll say something to you when you walk by. Why do I love crap, but I have my limit, like I feel like Nintendo really wants to see like, how far will you go? And the answer is there are no limits. And except for me, there is one, because I don't want them thinking that they can just fucking run through me and I'm not going to say anything about it. It's like, no, I'm not gonna whore out for you.
But like speaking
I
of
see
like
what you're
crap,
doing. I don't want
you guys
to
get that Pokepedia or whatever.
Okay, that's lit. That's lit.
In high school, did you guys have the Pokepedia or the It was like a little tiny Pokeball, but it was also a pedometer, and you could like put a Pokemon on it, and you could level it up by like walking around.
Oh, like OG Pokemon Go. I don't think I had that. Silver?
No, I don't think this was Pokemon Go. This was Heart Gold.
No, from Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
No, I just mean like that's kind of like the OG version.
Don't worry, guys. I always am ready to.
Because he's like, I'm ready. I got it. Because I remember in high school, we would literally carry them around, and we would like shake them in class, and like that's actually cool. Pretty sick.
Oh, I remember this. I had this one, this yellow one.
Oh, I had that one too. The Tamagotchi Pikachu.
Oh, that's just a Tamagotchi? Yeah,
it's a Tamagotchi, but it's Pikachu. I got it at a garage sale, and I loved that thing to death.
Nice.
Your friend for life. Wow.
They're really lacking on the Tamagotchi trend too, because like with the bag charm trend, like Tamagotchi slots right into that. So it's like, where are you at?
Yeah, they've brought back Tamagotchi. You can buy them places.
Yeah, but like a Pokemon, like the kind of Pokemon crossover-y, you know what I mean? But yeah,
wow,
Tamagotchi,
I apparently don't have any of
these.
I just opened my Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I am missing the Pokewalker in both of them.
Yeah, I don't know where mine is.
There's nothing worse than opening a case and it's empty. That like literally kills me.
That hurts. It's gone forever.
Yeah, right, I think I mixed up my copies of Alpha Sapphire with Maggie, and I'm like, I think you have my copy.
Oh no!
But she like doesn't know where it is. I'm like, please let me mail yours back, because I want to look at my old team. I'm like, my friends, they're dead in a ditch somewhere.
Bring back my friends.
Yeah, because I wanted to boot up. Actually, maybe it was Sun and Moon, but I wanted to boot it up to see what my team was, and I couldn't. And I was sad.
Sorry, my dad called me.
I wasn't really giving Summer Party vibes.
Yeah, what does he want?
Dad, I'm busy. I'm with my girls.
Dad, stop.
Talking about Pokemon with my girls.
All right, we do have to come back to this question, though, because, Haley, it sounds like you are the type of punk, if I may.
It's not just Haley.
Only trains one Pokemon?
Back
what do you mean by
in
only
the day,
trains?
You only need one. Two. You only
need one, but what's the point? What are you playing this game for?
Wait, I'm confused. What does this mean? You're only training one?
Like you just take your starter and make it a level 100.
Yeah, your starter's just like level 80 while the rest of your assholes are like level 30.
Back in my day, we didn't have EXP share.
Yeah, that's right. You have to just
tell them,
trade out your Pokemon.
Yeah,
and make them learn.
Who's got
nobody?
The time?
Children.
Even
tell them, Haley.
Children have the time.
The other thing is, I didn't know that that's how it worked. So I was like, why is only one guy getting strong? I was 5, and I said, I don't even know what anything's. I can't even read that
well. If you're 5, that's fine.
Okay.
Once you're like 11, if you're still doing that.
Oh, I was still doing that.
I was a little bit doing that still by age 11.
Do you still do it?
Which means you only fight with one
it's
person,
automatic.
right?
Now it's like XP share, so it's
like you would have like Pikachu, and like only he would be fight, or you'd have like, is that what you guys are saying? You'd have like War Twirl.
Okay, so what
just,
you would
like,
do
fighting
is this is what my final 4 team would look like, Haley.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is what it would look like. I'd get to the final 4. I'd have my starter would be like jacked up, like on roids, like level 80 or whatever, and he would just face tank everything. And then I would have the legendary, which is always like a free get, right? Because they're just like
just to use
a little broken.
Res.
Yeah.
Get them out so
and
you
then
can
so I
res
did the
your
legendary
guy.
too, and then I would just have like sacrifices at the altar who I would throw out whenever I had to revive or like PP up my main Pokemon, and then I would literally get to the very end and they'd be like, here are all the photos of your Pokemon, and it'd be my starter, a legendary, the HM slut, is that the official term?
That's the official term,
of like that one Pokemon
Yeah.
you'd give all the HMs to, and then like a level 5 bird that I used to fly with, and it would be like a Pidgey or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's your winning team, and I'm like, okay,
my
well
God.
they did not contribute equally to this.
No,
But we made it.
There's different ways to be part of a team.
So,
you
okay,
know?
this is like, I get not doing it for 6 Pokemon because that's a lot of work. But you guys are saying literally just one Pokemon, even as like a
You
slightly
only
older
ever
kid.
needed in modern games. I
it's
legit
not
throw
about
my
what you
starter
need.
away.
I
in
agree with
the modern
Kelsey.
games, I throw my starter
You guys are
away.
fucked
But you
up.
literally only need a starter.
Yeah,
It's not about what you need.
Yes, thank you. Exactly.
I was
Your
trying
Pokemon needed you. They
to
trusted
win.
you.
I was trying to win.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to be their best friend, and you left them there to rot.
I couldn't even like. I would just ember until I got the flamethrower and flamethrower for the rest of my life.
And don't even get me started about how I don't, unless it's an attack move, I'm not using it. Delete, delete.
Or not
Yeah.
scratch,
Oh, yeah.
That's sand
I
attack.
was big on.
delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
I didn't start using non-attack moves until like well into adulthood, like probably like maybe Sword and Shield. Same for like, this is gonna make me sound like the most try-hard flexing asshole, so I don't mean it like this, but I genuinely did not use any items for like most of the games. It was just kind of a personal challenge. for me. Like, I didn't.
Seriously?
Yeah, I didn't.
I ran around
I
with,
use
like,
them now
50
I use them now.
revives. I was
because
like,
here's the thing. I would always get so mad fighting people, like bosses and stuff, especially the higher up ones that are like more towards the end of the game, where I'm like, well, yeah, you're out here using like 6 revives, and I'm out here fighting for fucking real, and you're just like, this is a game to you, you know? So eventually I'm like, you know what? If you guys are gonna be reviving left and right, I'm just gonna like use my revive. So I play more like humanely now, but like at the time, I'm like, well, it's kind of fun to like force yourself into a little bit more of a challenge, and it made the game like a little bit more interesting for me to not just be able to like revive my way through. Plus, I'm an item hoarder, so that's probably where the hoarding started as well. It's probably like this probably made me addicted to keeping stuff, and now I am messed up.
Have you ever done a Nuzlocke, Janet?
No, I've never done it, and I gotta be honest, I don't actually know like what it is off the top of my head. I know it's like
fun.
a weird way to play that's like very specific and makes the game harder. But I like if you said like what is it, I like wouldn't have a good answer for you like on a piece of paper.
So maybe all my years being a fool only embering are made up by the fact that I play Radical Red ROM hacks in Nuzlocks now. Kelsey, am I absolved of my crimes?
wow. You're
Haley, I didn't know any of the words you just said. I'm gonna need you to.
I'm leaving.
I
Sarah
just
the
don't
dirt.
understand
Help
the
me.
game about collecting a bunch of little guys and making a beautiful team of little guys
Yes.
if you're just not going to use your little
No,
guys.
Kelsey,
you know?
that's the issue
Yeah, they're
though.
fun.
Is my team was full of little guys. Like my team was
Yeah.
absolutely trash.
Have them good. Make good little
No,
guys.
because it's
Have them
ugly. The good Pokemon
Just-
in the early
some of
games,
them
the
don't
good
get
Pokemon
ugly.
were ugly. They're ugly. I want Mareep.
Who is the ugliest in the old first game?
Ampharos is still cute.
No, it's not. It's ugly. And then they gave
Some of them
him
don't
weird
evolve.
god hair.
Oh,
So
that
they don't
part
look
is
ugly.
weird. The hair metal Ampharos
Yeah.
is kind of weird.
Also, you can choose though to like spec into, and then also Haley, I want to hear about like you said like 9 nouns I didn't know, so I want to know what those nouns mean. But
sure.
you need to actually explain what a Nuzlocke challenge is.
But you can also pick your team to be like aesthetic based, which I'm sure we'll get into to more to avoid the uggos.
Those aren't usually good teams.
Anyone's good if you have the power of friendship.
Challenge
Sarah.
yourself.
Oh yeah,
Sarah.
sorry,
Haley. Okay, so Haley, what are you doing out here? You're just out here committing crimes and getting strong, or what's happening?
Yeah. So radical. Well, first of all, a Nuzlocke is essentially Pokemon's too easy, so you need an extra little challenge. So you go through every time you enter an area, the very first Pokemon you encounter, you have to catch, and it's in your team. You can only catch one Pokemon per area, and once they faint, they are dead forever, and you can never use them again.
Okay.
So you can fail a Nuzlocke because you eventually run out of areas and you don't have any Pokemon left. And like you could move forward to the next area, but there might be somebody who's stopping you that wants to fight, and if you have no more Pokemon left, you lose. So that's kind of the challenge, is trying to beat the Elite Four. And it adds a lot of really fun stakes because you end up loving these little guys 10 times more than if you just played it in normal. And I think a lot of people do the additional rule, like you have to nickname them and stuff like that, so you get emotionally attached. So you'll get really cruddy Pokemon, but then they like barely scrape by a bunch of times. You're like, wow, like you just get really into it. Like Jaden Animations, the YouTuber that does a lot of like long storytelling animated, she does amazing like long form animations of her Nuzlocks, and they're so fun. It'll just be like she throws out like her Krabby as fodder, but it lives and evolves. She's like, maybe this guy's worth it after all, and suddenly he's like Kingler's her best Pokemon. I'm saying that because I'm looking at Kingler and Krabby, but like it just makes everything a story instead of just normal Pokemon thing.
It's like Twitch plays Pokemon. I think that was like part of the appeal of that.
Yeah. And then
Praise Helix.
And then there's ROM hacks, which my friend Kyle is way more into, but I do them sometimes. Which is just like, they'll be just a really like it's modded Pokemon, so people will change something. And there's one that Kyle played where you're the gym leader, or like
I like that one.
That
this gym of mine.
Oh, that's
what is that one?
This gym of mine.
This gym of mine.
You basically move into like what looks like it's kind of like a starter Pokemon town, and then you become the gym leader and you pick the type of Pokemon that you're going to use. Yeah. And then you can only there's like rules. You can only use that Pokemon except for 2, but they have to know a move. And then there's kind of like a town restoration aspect of it as the gym leader. And it's like, I just feel like that stuff is so, it's really cool.
It's like, what if Pokemon tried with like a few more fun ideas
what if
instead
Pokemon
of just the
did
same
like
thing over
something
and over?
a little bit different, but instead they're like, here's Pokopia.
Pokopia.
Yeah, these nuts.
I didn't like that either,
have Animal Crossing Pokemon.
Literally, that thing. Talk about implications. Because what do you mean I'm getting?
we gotta,
like the Ditto human. I don't. And then he's a little girl, which is weird.
Or a little boy.
Maybe I don't like this fucked up kid. I don't like it. Yeah, no one knows how to spell it.
I feel that looking at
Pokia.
I look at Pokopia and I'm like, that's trash. But like, I played Pokemon Channel for probably like 30 hours as a kid.
Oh, I loved Pokemon Channel, which is trash.
What's Pokemon Channel?
What's Pokemon Channel? I want to look at that instead. What's Pokemon Channel?
Okay, describe to me what you think Pokemon Channel is, and I'll tell you what it actually is.
Based on this cover art. Here you go.
Oh, well,
I think you go to different stations with different Pokemon
in front of a TV. And the Gen 3 starters.
The Pokemon help you switch channels on TV?
I think you can see them. I think it's like a weird. It's not meant to be weird, but I think it's kind of given like voyeur, where you're like watching, like, oh, this is this Pokemon's room, and I'm seeing him live his life, and you're like smelling him through the screen.
That's kind of what it was like.
Yeah,
okay.
You're pretty close.
So
basically,
it's like
you lived in a room with Pikachu, and you have a TV, and you can watch TV channels with Pikachu. They had like different channels that you could watch, and they also had like the Pichu Bros, which was an actual animation that you could watch. And then like Pokemon would like Pikachu would like ask to change the channel.
It was just iPad kid Pikachu.
Well, and then eventually you would unlock new areas based on like the channels you watched and what time you watched the channels during the day, and you could like unlock areas, like you could go to like the forest or the mountains, and there'd be other Pokemon there. But like you could just look at them. Like you couldn't catch any Pokemon. You only owned Pikachu.
And it looks like
there's also the Japanese version had like an expansion, which I still don't really know what it does.
And it's probably better.
She's gone to get it.
I can't find mine. Never mind. I thought I had it. But yeah, there's like an expansion disc for the Japanese one that has even more content. This thing really is, though, like, I don't know why this had me in such a chokehold. I played a ton of this, and there's not that much to play.
Can you like beat it? Or it's like Mario Party where it's like it's just kind of vibes.
You can run out of things to do.
Yeah, you can like have seen everything.
The horrors of war. That Jigglypuff.
You don't like that Jigglypuff?
No, she looks too scary. Kecleon. He's kind of weird.
I honestly love, like, I know we're going to probably spend a good amount of time dunking on aspects of the modern 3D games, but like I was playing Stadium Kids Club and Stadium 2, which I don't know if it's called Kids Club and Stadium 2, like 2 weekends ago or like last weekend or whatever. And
the
honestly,
minigame thing.
Yeah, the minigame thing, which is also freaking best, some of the best minigames in video games. It can take Mario Party.
Sure.
They are so good. But the art and the way, like, I felt like they were so into the fidelity aspect of being in 3D that they put a lot more pageantry into like the asset work and the animation work. Even though they're obviously like, if you put this next to Sword and Shield, I like to think that you would know which one was newer. But it's just like I miss some of the thirst you feel in the work they put into the assets of like that N64, like, oh my God, console Pokemon, which I guess in a way you can still argue. I know people have that debate. I know how y'all feel, but like, has there ever been a console Pokemon? Because the Switch is a hybrid console and handheld. So it's like, do you consider is console Pokemon just Stadium? Do you put Sword and Shield in that conversation? Like,
I mean, some
the
people
vibe there?
think XD Gale of Darkness is probably the closest to like a mainline Pokemon that's on console. I actually never played that one, so I don't know.
Neither.
My friend Michael loved that game. I would watch him play.
It seems
I never
cool.
played it myself though.
But I mean, it's still a little different, you know, like it's not, I don't know. That's a good question. But I agree with you. I think, especially on the Nintendo 64, I feel like the 3D models they were making for those games must have been such an enormous pain in the butt. And they had to do it for so many Pokemon, and it looks really good. Like, especially if you're playing it on, you know, I think people's perceptions get a little bit warped nowadays because you like play it on an emulator, or you play it like with a crappy HDMI converter on your giant HD TV. But on like a fuzzy little CRT in your basement on your aquarium themed beanbag in Detroit, like beautiful.
I remember that. Yeah.
It's really like, it looks really nice and it looks really smooth. And those, I mean, the models are just really good.
Remember the Nidoqueen booby animation?
Yeah, like the Nidoqueen
that was a classic.
shaking her boobies.
But I don't get why they had to like change the formula, because like I went to play Pokemon Coliseum and I was like, I can't wait to play Pokemon, and then they were like, oh, you can't catch the Pokemon, you can only catch the dark Pokemon, and I'm like, why do this? You know, like why take a winning formula and then change the rules?
I forget this happens. Can you explain what happened in this thing?
Nidoqueen comes out in her. I don't know if they kept the animation. Did they, Kelsey? Did they maybe change it? Probably not.
Is this the Japanese Pokemon?
This is the Japanese. I think it was only the Japanese.
I think they did change it. Yeah.
Well, she comes out and her asset in general has 2 additional assets that are just very clearly tits. Whereas if you look at her like normal look, it just kind of looks like she has like armor kind of thing, but they made them boobies. And then when she hops out of her
people know that it's the female one.
You gotta know that.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't have eyelashes, so of course I'm a little confused. But she hops out and she immediately just shakes her cans with her own hands and then kind of zhuggy and then does it again.
She like shoves them up like she's about to fight or something, and she needs to like relocate them.
She's like pushing them into a push-up bra, you know, like how you kind of have to reconfigure a little bit.
You just ran down the stairs and you're like about to open the door and you're like, oh, God, they're all over the place.
Maybe she's like really real for that. I don't know, but it was definitely like
it feels like it could be relatable.
Or it reminds me of that meme format. You mostly see it like kind of on like TikTok, I feel like, but there'd be like, or maybe like Blue Sky and Twitter and stuff. But the hey, are you done with this thing? And they're like, yeah, real sexy. And they're like, what? Like that meme. That feels like what happened with this. Where it's like, are you done with the Nidoqueen animation? Yup, real sexy. Wait, what do you mean? and this is what they've made.
It feels like they were like, haha, what if we made her do this? Haha, like this will never get approved. And then
it just happened.
And they're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact about the Japanese Pokemon Stadium games. We actually never got Pokemon Stadium 1. Our Pokemon Stadium 1 is their Pokemon Stadium 2, which is very like their Pokemon Stadium 1. It's basically the same game. It's just they didn't have all the Pokemon in it yet. Like I haven't looked into the history of this game, but to me it seems like it was we really need to get this out in time for blank, whatever that was, Christmas or school year or something, where it's just like we have to get this out as fast as possible. Crap, we haven't finished making all of these 151 frickin' models yet. Just ship it. We're gonna have it. It's just like half the game basically. And then they came out with Pokemon Stadium 2, which is what we got overseas. And then our Pokemon Stadium 2 over there is called Pokemon Stadium Kinjin Gold Silver. Is that right, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
wow,
there's my fun fact.
That's interesting.
That's
so it's
also,
not like we ever missed out on anything. We just got
we didn't miss out on anything. It's just a little weird.
Rare US dub. I don't know.
I love this. That happens still to this day.
I do too.
Is this Pokemon Coliseum?
This is Stadium.
This is Stadium.
This is Stadium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Reno comes over and we just play this some weekends for like 2 hours.
I feel like I missed out because I never played Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, so fun.
Oh,
it's on the Nintendo thing, the online. If you have Nintendo Online, you have access to the game. So. It's so good. The animation work is really like fun. Like my favorite, I forgot the name of the move. One of y'all will probably know the one where it's like the stadium floods with water and it's tidal wave or like is it surf? Yeah. The way it fills everything with water is just like wow, what a move. Like the moves felt so grandiose in this game in a way that honestly I feel like they're still chasing, or maybe they're not chasing it.
Yeah, it's crazy how we
watching it leave in the distance.
It feels like in the modern 3D games.
Yeah,
because there's just more.
But now they have way more Pokemon. So like but still.
The announcer's so fun in this. Like Charmeleon absolutely fucked his pussy.
Yeah.
He just,
whoa.
He literally says
that's how I remember it.
Here,
look whatever ROMs you're playing out there, Haley.
No. What was it?
I'm playing audio for the listeners. They can't hear you. They're hearing the crazy Pokemon music and the announcer screaming right now. Okay, I stopped.
Okay.
That was crazy.
Did you guys have a favorite? Because the mini games in this really are top tier.
Yeah.
I think the mini games from Pokemon Stadium 2 are better than Stadium 1, but they're both really solid. Do you guys have a favorite?
I actually never played the games from 2 until the past weekend that I did it. So that was I don't know. I'm biased towards 1.
You're biased,
my favorite for 1, I like the Ekans Toss, but the one that you're showing on screen right now, the freaking goldfish flop Magikarp, whoever the hell. That one was cool because I was really good at it. Like my touch was like insane. And the snake toss one I still really love, but Isaiah's so much more cracked at it than I am that it kind of takes away from like the vibes. But playing Stadium 2 mini games for the first time, I really liked and was really good at the Delibird present.
Delibird delivery
thing. It is so. It's great because it's like the fun that you would have from the sushi one, but a little bit more strategy. And like you could really just screw people over in it. And for some reason, like I'm so good at shopping as that stupid bird. And I don't know, that one was like, we did, because they have different versions of ways you can compete in Stadium 2. It's like more robust. And one of them is like, there's like a dice roll and then you can like pick, like if it lands on you or whatever, you can pick the mini game. And because I was trying to win, I just made us do Delibird delivery like 3 or 4 times in a row because it was the only game I could consistently beat Isaiah at. I
like
the log
cutting one with Scyther
or
Pinsir.
Yeah.
It was so hard, and the lag off streaming it was like made it insane to do. Like
something they would have never anticipated.
I know. I was like, what's going on here? But
I'm so bad at Clefairy says. I always be getting bonked on the head for being an idiot. This one's hard. What's your favorite one?
Yeah,
Kelsey?
I have hacks for that one.
I think my favorite one is either Delibert's Delivery or the Chancy one, where you sway back and forth to the French music and catch the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like a fever dream, but I promise that's a real thing.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, here's the sushi
It's on like a French
Stadium
Riviera, and you're just catching eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can get into a really good zone with that and get every single egg if you're really cracked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I never can do.
Yeah, that's why Isaiah did first try.
That's what
really annoying.
My friend does. I don't even.
He's like, you did really good too. Anymore. I'm like, yeah, but not as good. So what good is it? Like, not good enough is what it might as well say on my screen when we finish.
Look at
I think they give you like exactly 100 eggs. So if you get, it doesn't matter if you get 98. If he gets 100,
exactly. Haley, did you have a favorite from the minigames?
The log cutting one is probably my favorite. I hate this drowsy one. The one where you have to press the button when it's in the center and it goes fast. I hate this one. As soon as you lose it, it's gone forever and it just makes you angry. And then
this game always felt like kind of perverse to me, like some type of sick, twisted game that all play together, where it's like we're just gonna keep going till one of us knocks out. Like, it's something about it felt like dark and perverse.
It's
yeah,
like,
something other way to.
It's just four dudes
until you
hypnotizing each other.
What's
so weird about that?
I don't even know if I probably didn't know about jerking off when I played this as a kid, but it feels like a jerk off. It feels like a circle jerk minigame. It gives like a weird.
It gives a weird. Like what we were saying with like don't hold your pee for early.
Like it feels like fucked up. Like as a kid, I could just tell the vibes were sinister with that minigame.
It does feel like you're taking part in something that you shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's like, oh, let's all do Adderall and see who stays up the longest. It's like what it feels like. It just like feels dark.
Interesting. I was just like drowsies are in a circle. I never got that thought.
Yeah, I've always had that thought, never voiced it before. So thank you for giving me the platform. I had the idea, just didn't have the space to discuss it. Yeah.
Do we all agree that Stadium 2 has better mini games? Was that the consensus?
That's what I believe. Personally,
I would probably agree.
Some of the Stadium, but that's like two mini games feel like
that's a shiny pincer.
Just reskins of one a little bit.
Oh, they're kind of all like that in the games. Like they did weird, not shiny things. With these games, where like if you're three Scythers, you're all going to be three slightly different colors of Scyther.
And it would it would always be three Scythers and a pincer, or three pincers and a Scyther. Why'd they do that? Because I always end up being the one different guy, and it makes you feel like you have something to prove when you play this mini game. Don't you guys feel?
No, I feel like it makes you special. Like you're the chosen one.
It makes me feel like they're all in the in group and they talk shit about me behind my back and I need to prove myself. It's like
you're just the odd man out.
Yeah,
you feel like the freaking minority at a PWI when you're a fucking pincer.
I'm the pincer.
Well, how does it feel? Wow, sounds really hard for you, Haley.
Yeah, it's pretty nice when I can turn the game off and that feeling goes away.
Yeah. Oh my god.
This
better.
It
actually.
Yeah. I didn't know what the hell this was.
One.
This
is.
It didn't make any sense to me.
You're supposed to. It's soccer, but with ferrets,
but it looks like your heads are like incorrectly clipping through the bottom of the screen.
The thing is, like, you can't tell who anyone is digging in this.
Yeah, I mean,
you're just like all like smooshed together. Like it just.
That's kind of what makes it fun. It's the chaos.
I feel like all of these games are jank, and your nostalgia is blinding you.
You could be right,
Sarah. I promise you, if you played, I don't think you like all these games.
We literally played the first one for like the MinnMax. I don't know if it was Gift to the Max or something.
Fun.
But who'd you play with?
And I was like, this is garbage.
You're crazy.
You're just I think the controls were just all messed up. I didn't like the controls.
Well, I will say it did hit a little bit better with like the OG N64 controller, because it was one of the games that was designed to have that like we know this analog stick can't move at all, so we're gonna make it like super sensitive. So it does feel like playing it on a modern controller, you're kind of at a little bit of a disadvantage as well. And like I think there's a little nostalgia. There's probably a lot of nostalgia, but I do think they're good.
These ate me
but not
up
all of them
when
are
I was
good.
a kid, and they still eat me up today. That's my
like, who is this again?
Cancel me,
What
Sarah.
do you mean? What eats you up?
They eat me up in the best way.
What?
What eats you up? What are you talking about?
Eat me up, positive, not derogatory.
But what are you talking about?
Is this like a
mini game?
Haley's trying to say that she likes the mini games and she still likes the mini games to this day.
Okay.
Thank you for translating my
I
dumb words.
I didn't like this mini game. I forgot what's it called again? Because what animals?
The
which Pokemon is
Donphin
this?
one?
Donphan Hurricane Swapper or whatever the frig.
This felt like
No, it's
a
like
lot was
rollout
happening.
or something like that.
Donphan
no-
rollout sounds exactly correct.
I liked this one.
This felt too unwieldy for me.
This is like you can be really strategic. Like if you are in first and you stay there, you can just like hug that inner wall and dunk over everybody. Oh, it's great. Mario Party
It's a good time.
wishes. Look at this. He just dunked on him
my
with the
God.
triple down. Wow. Literally amazing. Oh,
I
this
did like
counting one is
to-
kind of fun.
Are we just reviewing
it's
every
alright.
single mini game?
Yeah, I
A
feel
little
like we
bit.
should move
Pokemon
on
game,
from
like, come on,
very
guys.
visual.
the counting.
These are very visual
This
things we're doing
one.
right now.
The very last thing I'd
Our
say about the
audio
counting
listeners.
one, really quick, because it's just like Pokemon walk by and they say like, oh, how many like whatever the fuck, whatever, how many Geodudes are there or whatever, right? And they just count them and you submit the answer. The fun thing of that, like I played this with Isaiah for the first time, and then we had the CPUs, and like when the CPUs count was off, we were like, fucking idiot, doesn't know what he's done, he just can't count. Like,
You can
so that
literally
was really
just look
satisfying.
at the code, idiot, and count how many assets went by. Stupid computer. They never do.
But the thing that was fun, I guess, me to put a pin in these freaking mini games, is that they did lean into an element of like the physicality of like the kind of like animals they were and what they might be doing, and like not all of them leaned into that like perfectly, but it was just kind of like in the way that I think anime gave them like more, I guess, justification for like their movesets and like, but they were kind of feeding into each other. Like this kind of felt like that, where it's like, oh, Licky Tongue would be like eating sushi because he like has like a huge tongue, and it's like, yeah, that's fun.
That's
It was
what
fun
having
to
a
get-
huge tongue is for.
Hey, in this game, yes, Kelsey, it's a family game, and I have fun with my family playing it. Okay. Yeah.
You know what they
so-
say about men with big tongues? They love sushi.
They eat a lot of sushi.
I need to go to a sushi
Do you think that's what
restaurant.
they did when they made it?
Oh, we were talking about their new one, Pokopia.
Pokopia.
Burn it.
Pokopia.
Pokopia.
Burn it. I don't want this thing. It's
But it might
nasty.
be good.
I feel
Why?
like younger
Might be
me
good.
would have ate this up.
Younger me
if
would
I
ate
ate a
this up.
Pokemon channel like I did, I would have ate this up as a kid.
Yeah, I don't think I have the patience for this game, but I do think I would like it. I think if you
it
just
didn't
on an
have-
infinite timeline, if you told me I have to shut up and play this game for a week, I think I'd have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It basically just looks like, I mean, the concept is just like you meet Pokemon, they teach you how to do new little things, and you're just kind of building up a world around that. So like, Bulbasaur helps you make some grass, and then Squirtle waters the grass, and then Charmander starts a fire, and like I
think
assume
it's
it gets
gonna
more
be like-
complicated from there, but
It's probably going to be like Animal Crossing a little bit, where it's like, oh, if you want this Pokemon to move in, you need to have like a body of water next to tall grass, or you need to build
Yeah.
their habitats.
Yeah.
but because it's not Animal Crossing, I don't mind that it does that.
Also, the thing is with this game, I would be way more into it if it wasn't like, again, this kind of does lead into perversion to me, where it's like you're a Ditto who looks like a little kid. So when you
Look,
learn the water move,
we're
you
not gonna
spit
go
water
into the implications
out of your mouth. It's nasty to
it.
look at. And I think the point of
nasty
games like
to
this
look
to me, yes, the point of games like this to me, I mean, it's not the only point, and there's obviously like a lot of like mechanical things going on in the HUD. Like I don't want to discount the mechanics of these type of games, but one of the big appeal points is that it's like cute and sweet and cool and interesting, and like this just looks nasty. Like I don't like if it
Why
was
does
just
this
like
look
Pokemon doing the
nasty?
action.
Show it. I love
Because
that
it's a
your
girl
take.
like
This is
vomiting
nasty.
water all over a bunch of
She's a
plants to
Ditto.
grow them. Well, then
Yeah.
let a girl be a girl or a Ditto be a Ditto. I don't want to. Now it sounds like I'm fucking bigoted. But okay, I don't want this weird sick kid.
There's a lot of really, I think we're going in a bad direction with this podcast.
I don't like
you guys
this
are saying that
sick
you wish
kid.
Oh my
Gengar was
God.
white and that Dittos should be Dittos.
Should be
Look.
Dittos and not girls.
It's creepy looking. It's creepy looking, and I don't like it. And I think also, look, Pokemon Company, girl, ain't this just Pal World?
They
I rest my
Ow.
case. Well, because it has
Where's
like, that
the
base building
guns?
element which Pal World has.
There's that new Power
the
World
new Power
farming
World
game that
farming
looks
game.
good.
I mean, it's been
Yeah.
had it had
It
farming stuff and base building stuff from
Yeah,
like
but they
the
took
beginning.
the guns out, which I feel like I like the most because I didn't
It's
care
like
for my.
this feels like a
Pokemon gun.
truly they're trying to troll Nintendo.
How-
Like,
Like, I would just like it so much
Farm?
more if you just let Bulbasaur
this
be
was
like
revealed
watering
today.
a garden.
This was revealed today.
And that would be cute and nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think they were like, oh, Pokopia? Checkmate. Pokemon Company.
I looked at that speech
Gotta pay off my debt. So they literally also made an Animal Crossing farm sim Pokemon, essentially.
And
Power World Pal
I
farm,
was
that's
Googling
funny.
what the speech bubbles in Animal Crossing look like. So I was like, is that the same? Like,
That's
I was
literally
almost
the
kinda
same
like,
Yeah, it's the
it's
same.
very close. But yeah, it's just farming, and they lay eggs and stuff. And there's still
I don't like how those eggs are coming out of those Pokemon.
kinda
Yeah, it was kind of
plopping.
graphic.
Yeah.
But this, like, I'm actually not like into really anything about Power World, if I'm being completely honest. But like, even just looking at this footage, like this feels more like the vibes. Like, I feel like it's such a cool pitch to have farming and Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's like cool. I just want to hang out with my buddies. But I feel like we're taking away the fun of the buddies and being like, oh, but you're a Ditto that looks like a small girl who's like spitting on everything. It's just like, ew. And then like
They
the
always
vines
take
come out of
it-
their arm.
I feel like
It's
they
like,
always
I
miss
don't wanna do
the
that.
mark by a little bit. Like,
What
you
the
gave
hell
me
is
what I
this?
wanted.
I'm
but
sorry, there's
also-
still a gun in this game. We just
Yeah, that
are
was
we just
scary.
glossing over that really dark creature
It was
in
a
Because it isn't
real
so
one.
Yeah,
American.
because
Yes,
it's,
I will be glossing
fucking
over it. Thank
Pal
you,
World,
Kelsey.
Kelsey. And they won't do anything
Lesbian
normal.
wedding. Nintendo would never
Nintendo
have
would
a
never.
lesbian wedding in their
But speaking
trailer.
about like, okay, little
can't
like the
talk.
little guy and the Pokemon and all that stuff, I feel like I never played Pokemon Rangers because I didn't, or like
Oh
what was
my
the
God,
game where you
Pokemon
played as the
Rangers.
Pokemon?
oh,
Like to
Mystery
talk?
Dungeon.
Mystery
That's the one.
Dungeon.
I never
Oh, I
played
liked
Pokemon
Mystery
Mystery
Dungeon.
Dungeon because I didn't want to be a Pokemon. I love the Pokemon.
That's
Like
fair.
they give you like a male or female avatar, and I'm like, I don't want to be a Pokemon. I want to be a girl.
Look at that cute Pelipper.
But I feel like I missed out because I feel like these games are good, and I definitely miss them.
Yeah, I like this era.
I've only played a couple of them, but yeah, I've had a good time with them. They have a weirdly
Rescue
like
Team.
they have kind of a weird sense of humor. Like it's a little more. It's not like explicitly adult, but the humor is definitely like aimed at a slightly older audience, I would say, in these games.
Yeah, isn't this the more recent one? Yeah, this is
That is the most recent
5
one,
years
yeah.
ago.
Which might be a remake. I can't quite remember if it
Yeah.
was like its own thing or not.
Did you guys play Pokemon Unite over COVID?
No.
Yes.
No.
I got really into Pokemon Unite.
Me too.
But like I also played League of Legends, so like it wasn't that big of a swap for me.
What's
you know?
tough about this game is it's a competitive multiplayer game, but I had to keep reminding myself I'm playing with 10-year-olds, so I need to calm down. Do you know what I mean? Like when I play Overwatch.
Or are you?
No, but
Or
the
are
thing
you,
is, the
though?
10-year-olds are better than me.
Oh, well, that's a you problem. See, I was a bit better than the 10-year-olds, Sarah. It was just like I'd want them to be doing a certain strategy, and they would just be like clearly 10, like running in
Yeah,
the corner.
well, I think that was because when it first came out, there were a lot of people who didn't know how MOBAs worked.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
there haven't been a
Yeah.
lot of, like, beside League, like,
It's just
mainstream
you
MOBAs.
so need your team
Um,
to be doing the right stuff. You can't just
Yeah,
you
but
could
then it was
be-
really fun for people who did know how MOBAs work. And
Yeah.
if you 3-stack, I think, how many, wasn't it like 3v3 or
I
something?
think it was 3v3. That sounds right. Yeah.
As long as you 3-stacked, it's pretty
See,
good.
that was pretty rare for me to have a 3-stack in Pokemon Unite. So I'd be playing with some kiddos and they would just be like in the corner, not leveling up or doing anything. And I'd be like, we're going to house. And I was like, I'm raging at Pokemon Unite. I need to stop playing this. And then I stopped playing it. But they did update it. For
yeah.
they
it
be
was
rolling
fun
out
for like
updates.
the 1 month I was really obsessed with it. I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun with it.
It was an interesting thing they tried. Credit them for that.
They try a lot of things.
Yeah.
Credit to
True.
them for that. And do
Yeah,
I pick
Pokken
them up and
tournament.
put them down? Like Magikarp Jump,
Oh
the
my God.
Pokemon Cafe one.
I never played that.
What's their most like recent mobile game that I'm not gonna play?
Masters
Pokemon
X.
Sleep.
Oh, there's the trading card game Pocket.
Yes, yeah, like the trading.
Yeah.
They have so many. Like
Reminds me, I'll open a
things that
pack
they
right
do.
now. Why don't I open a
No,
little pack?
Haley,
I haven't opened a pack today. I can open a little pack.
I gotta open my packs.
I can open my packs.
The reason I never played Pokemon Unite was because I was way too into League for a while in a very unhealthy way, and I knew they were gonna roll out a bunch of like skins and stuff, which they did. They did a bunch of cute little costumes for all of the Pokemon, and so I was like, I can't play this because I know I'm gonna make bad decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, God, that I truly did only play that game for like a month. But like, I did.
Bailey, I need you to.
It was fun.
I need you to look up Mewtwo X Pokebuki style from this, and I need you to tell me if this is the hottest Mewtwo you've ever seen since
Mewtwo X Pokebuki.
Resident Mewtwo X.
like Kabuki, but it's Pokebuki. I'm just looking at the skins.
Pokebuki.
Poke.
Oh.
Buk. I can send this to you if that's easier.
That's okay. I'm already typing it in. Pokebuki. Mewtwo X users be like Pokebuki.
Yeah.
When nothing's coming up.
Is this not coming up? Okay.
Why is he? I didn't realize that they could just anatomically change Mewtwo like that.
Mega Mewtwo X?
Yeah, he's Mewtwo X.
Oh, he's not as hot as original. No.
Not like the one in this outfit.
In this
No.
Unite?
In Pokemon Unite.
Oh, Mewtwo.
Hang on.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, I want to see.
Wait.
This? He's wearing a vest?
No.
This is like a weird, like, pin the tail on the donkey, but you're Googling pictures of Mewtwo.
You guys,
I sent it in the chat.
You're
I sent it
getting
in the
close.
chat of this. If
you guys are teasing me too much. What is this?
Sarah, you see what I'm talking about, though, right?
I'm sending it to our Slack channel.
Oh, I see him. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate this fit.
Well, he's very fancy. Like he's like fully clothed. Like he has like a full outfit.
Kind of. He's
putting the
stripped
clothes
out.
on him. It like, we've seen like Mewtwo is like naked 24/7, but now that they put clothes on him, there's like it's more appealing.
If he's revealing only half of his chest,
Oh my god.
you know, it's provocative.
It's the implication
now. So,
of a nipple. You know,
to explain
Implication.
this, it's like big,
Let me
those
look at
big
the
flowy kabuki pants, and then
There. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the fit goes hard.
Yeah, the fit.
And
does
then
be
it's
on
like-
hard.
yeah, he's got like he's wearing like half of a little. It's not a kimono, but something along those lines.
Ooh.
And so he's exposing like half of his chest.
Mhm.
It makes him seem like he could
Human?
do things that I didn't think he could.
Whoa!
I'm kind of scared, but anyway, it reminds me. He looks very like Dragon Ball Z coded to me. Like he looks like he could be in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
That's fair. Wow, his feet are really popping out to me in this fit. I never really looked at his feet before. Well, like,
That's the thing is like when you put clothes on him, the parts that show out of the clothes somehow become more interesting.
more interesting. Yeah, it's like, you know, and you always are like, oh my god, they went crazy for ankles back in the day in the 1500s. But it's like, well, wait a minute. If that's all I could see,
that's what there was.
maybe that's all I would care about.
Yeah,
It's doing something.
We've strayed so far.
It's
from
doing
that
something.
Pokemon Light.
No, we haven't.
It's not
Why
I was
would
here
they
talking-
give
I was
him
here
this
to talk about
outfit?
my small friends.
And
If they
speaking of
didn't-
Pokemon God, Pokemon Arceus, everyone, how do we feel
Oh,
about
yeah.
that?
I like
I think pretty
Arceus.
fire. I really
What the
liked
hell
it.
Is this? What's this gameplay? It was an it was an interesting deviation. I like the changes they made for sure.
yeah.
I do think that sometimes I go back and forth because I do think generally, even though they're not that interesting, the gym battles tend to clear any other non-gym battle thing they have. But that's one spot. Normally, I don't like variety for variety's sake, but I think when it comes to Pokemon, we're also used to the gym battles. Everyone can beat them for the most part. Like, their only real challenge in Pokemon is like the Elite Four, kind of, and even that sometimes isn't that deep. So I like the variety of what you'd kind of like, sort of the boss battles they had in this game. It reminded me of like how Sun and Moon had the trials, and even though like, sure, were some of the trials a little boring? Yeah, they were a little dry, but they were fun in just that like, oh, it's not always a gym battle. Like, I really liked being surprised by that, and I feel like Arceus had the surprise factor, and it was the wild area we never got in Sword and Shield. So I was like generally pretty pleased with it. I'm sure at the time I did have my like critiques of it, but I can't really remember the things I didn't like about it looking back on it, which I think is kind of a nice spot for it to be at.
I think it was my biggest thing was that Pokemon were like animals and they could hurt you. Like,
Yeah.
that's the first time they did something like that, and that
Yeah.
was like a fun headcanon to be in. They're like,
So
oh,
you
a
run up and
Rapidash.
you find,
Just
and then
kick
you'd be
me.
like, oh shit, like a Rapidash or something. Like, it actually felt like there was some stake to it, especially in the
Yeah.
beginning when you had like smaller babier Pokemon. And it really felt like you were in the wilds versus.
And then if you
like,
were
the
able
other
to
Pokemon
catch
games.
something early just by pure luck, like I remember I caught a Scyther when I was level 15. It was like 51 or something. Like it was a 1 in 1,000
Yeah,
chance.
because couldn't you catch them without battling them?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of like this well.
I really liked that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You could throw and run.
Yeah, I hope
It
there's
didn't
no
like
patent on that or
often.
anything.
Yeah, it
Too
didn't
bad.
like often work, but it was.
Yeah.
Just the thrill of being able to do it, I think, was fun. These settings are really nice too, of it kind of having like an older look to it. Like it felt so much more like the Pokeballs, like even how they looked, it just felt like so much more
The very first Pokeball
crafted.
ever created
Yeah.
is like the lore.
Again, a very just like, you know, if you think too hard about the story, it makes no sense kind of thing. But that's not Pokemon's not for thinking. My favorite though was that the Parises in this game, like the little bug Pokemon, Paris, the mushroom
Yeah,
guy,
the little.
those were so aggro.
Yeah.
They
I
were
remember that.
crazy. Like anytime you got anywhere near one, they wanted to attack you, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing? You're a mushroom. Like, why are you so aggressive?"
Yeah, I forgot that they
Silent
were like
killer.
the rudest ones.
Yeah, that stuck with me. I don't know why.
I remember like specifically, and tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I really like the way they did like HMs in this, like the flying, the swimming, like all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because you always had the Pokemon with you, right? Like you didn't have to have it in your party. Because am I wrong?
Yeah.
When they did climb, there was a climbing one, and it put you in a basket on its back.
Zian Sneasler.
That was
Zian?
yeah.
I really
And like
hope
Haley said, it's a
that
good thing
isn't
there's no
patented
patents
either.
on this. Yeah.
Thank God that's not patented this last week. Phew.
Haley, can we talk about that? I know you've talked about it on bonus pod of the MinnMax show, but I feel like
Real quick.
not to kill the vibes with legal talk
I'm giving
or
you 10
anything,
minutes.
but
10 minutes is
I do want to like
gracious.
the rant is good.
It's a good rant. They're literally the footloose adults who hate dancing and want no one to dance. But games. They said, "Oh, you like this fun little thing we do? Let's get really good lawyers who are good at drafting language to sound like software, but really it's just an idea that happens on software. And then no one can do it. Mwahaha, and we'll sue Palworld." How do I explain this that doesn't completely ruin the vibes? Because I do love these little guys. And a new game comes out next month. We can't wait. But they are just absolutely the worst. They are evil with their patents, and I hate them for that. They filed 2 that just got approved this last like a week and a half-ish ago. One is originally was filed in 2023. It got rejected, and then they refiled it, and it got approved. It is the switch off of your mounts mechanic, which is if you're near a wall, you press A, you can go in Hisuian Sneasler's backpack. If you jump off and press A again, Braviary picks you up and flies you. If you're near water, you press A again and you switch to there's Stantler, if you're running on normal grass. So it's like button prompt when you're near a different asset that warrants a new mount, I guess. Is kind of like the easiest way to say that. But there's been games that have done that a ton in the past, arguably close enough that you could say that it's an obvious patent and therefore shouldn't have been patented. It's just doing it right there, switching to Braviary to go into the air. Icarus Online did this 13 years ago. Nothing new here. Nothing new. USPTO clearly doesn't game because they don't know that this happens all the time. But
wow,
that's
no
patented.
gamers at the patent office.
You heard it here first. No gamers at the USPTO. And then the second one which is the one that everyone got really riled up about. Because here's the tea. There was no office examination for it, which is essentially the office examiner does their job and looks at the patent more closely and assesses whether there's been prior art, aka someone already did this before, or close enough that it's too obvious, assessed whether it was patentable material or not to a closer degree. There was no office examination done for that patent at all, and it just got auto-approved. My colleague, who is a patent agent who did patents for 20 years, has only had that happen to his patent once. And they got that patent approved with no patent examination. And that's like the biggest gaggiest thing that I know lawyers are like. He was the one that pointed out to me because I was like, tell me your thoughts on this person who's done this for 20 years. And he was like, holy crap, what the hell is this? And then he was in the back end with his software. He's like, they didn't even get an office examination. How the hell? And like, that's not even something I knew about until I talked to him about it.
Why would it not get the examination?
No idea. No idea.
There's not like it's not like, oh, you've been successful so many times, we're just not gonna. bother this time? Or
it's like kind of like winning the lottery when it comes to patents. Like you don't like someone just was like, yeah, sure, it's the Knuckles approved meme. Like, yep, send it through, and they just didn't care to assess it more closely. But essentially, I saw a lot of people on social media that were trying to downplay the severity of this kind of issue of mechanics getting patented in this way, of being like, this is so specific, it'll never affect you kind of attitude, which is like, I like Nintendo too, you guys, but we can't just want to wish away when they're annoying to, like, you know what I mean? It was like that kind of energy. Like, I love this company so much, I can't view them as doing something.
And all of their usernames are like
corrupt.
Nintendo my name.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Nintendo Sarah, and I'm here to say that, guys, I think you're all overreacting a little bit. And it's like, gee,
Nintendo Bob.
Thank you, Nintendo Haley. Your opinion really seems unbiased.
Literally is so accurate. But the issue is, so the claim and the patent for the summoning system, it is very specific. It's like, arguably, I think it's just an idea happening on software, which shouldn't be patentable. But it's like, if you throw out phase one is like, it's on a video game and you control a 3D character. You throw out a sub-character, quote unquote sub-character, and it comes out. If there's an enemy there, it can fight. You press a button prompt and they'll start fighting. If there's no character there for it to fight, it'll just start actively running around in a circle or like idling around. And then the other part of the claim is, and you can point a direction and tell it to run a direction. And if it encounters somebody on the way while it's running that direction that it can fight, it'll auto start battling with no secondary prompt needed. So that's what's protected. Your summon system would have to have all those steps to be infringing. Even if it had like 2 of those steps, but not the 3rd step, it wouldn't be infringing. So it's correct that, you know, that's a pretty specific summoning system. It has more than one step of just, I summon little dude. That's not the only thing they protected. There's more steps to it. But the issue is, all these get approved. Now that this one got approved with literally barely anybody looking at it, I need to double check the name of the patent examiner so I can put him on blast. Because I know it's a man. I forget what his name is. David something. On blast.
Of course it's a man.
Of course it's a man.
David.
It's David.
What are you doing?
It might have not been David.
David's not a gamer.
David's not a gamer. But it's like, so the more of these get approved, the likelihood that while you're just doing normal human game development, that you'll have one mechanic that matches the series of claims somewhere. And that's probably as few steps as they could get it, right? Like, I'm sure they want to patent throw ball, or like throw out guy, he shows up. But that's like so crazy generic that they wouldn't even try for that. Hence why they added that. And if I point this way, he goes there and fights something. Even that still, I think, is obvious as hell. So all that is to say, like, the more this happens, we're getting to a point where game developers have to have patent searches to figure out if they're...
It'll mostly act... I think people don't realize is that it will act as a deterrent.
Yeah.
Like, sure, Pokemon may never sue you, but it's acting as an unnecessary deterrent in an age where, like, we need competition more than ever in gaming spaces.
Yeah, 100%.
And doing this and trying to get rid of any kind of potential competition is just kind of, like, a shitty move in general.
Yeah, they're abusing a hole in the system right now, which is that the USPTO is behind on games. They're clearly approving things when they shouldn't be. Once a patent's approved, you can't just say, I think that should be gone. You have to spend tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, if I'm being realistic, to get it reviewed again. So this got approved with no office examination, and me, Haley Maclean, would have to spend several $100,000s for me to say, look, can you look at this again? I think you effed up. And no one's going to want to do that unless they're getting sued by Nintendo. Right. And then Nintendo.
Why would you do that out of the kindness of your heart?
Yeah, no one is. So it's really like the USPTO are supposed to be the wall that stops inappropriate patents from getting approved. And I think they're really bad with the game mechanic ones. And they're like, that sounds pretty software-y. Okay. And then once it's approved, we're like, fuck. Like, essentially every time I see a new one of these approved, I'm like, damn it. Because it's just like, I can't do anything about that. 20 years they get that unless someone takes it down. Which no one will, because it'd be so baller if like Epic or something was like, we're going to spend a couple mil to take down 5 of these to just set the precedent that they're weak. You know what I mean? So then maybe they would stop filing them. But it's going to take some company having to do that. And they just are so protective of Pokemon. They file a lot of Pokemon ones. And a lot of them are based on Arceus specifically, because this was the first time you could actually like throw things out, right? Before this, you never could actually throw the ball. It was just button prompt, and then it would be like catch him, and then say
I mean, like,
and then he would throw it.
Just like Ash.
The Let's Go games, you could like throw and aim the Pokeball, but you're already in the battle scenario at that point. So
maybe
it was more like Pokemon Go style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're really stinky. They stink.
They're so stinky. I think we should write them a strongly worded letter on our Pokemon stationery.
That'll stop them.
Yeah. This is my favorite Pokemon spin-off of my childhood, which is Pokemon Gotta Make 'em All for the PC.
What is that?
Here's some extreme Pokemon BS. This is literally just like a little creative software. You just make your own like birthday cards and certificates and signs and stuff. It's just like a bunch of little, it's just a bunch of little Pokemon things you can add to it. But here is the Pokemon bullshit.
Oh.
There was a red version and a blue version. You didn't get all the Pokemon in this.
Oh no! Even with stationary.
Oh yeah. When did they start doing that? When did they start?
Immediately, right?
Where they were like, you need this version to get this Pokemon. This version.
Yeah, have a Blastoise garage sale.
Yeah.
Evil.
And then it's crazy how like Yellow would never fly today. Where it's like they released the exact same game, but Pikachu follows you now.
Yeah, and I bought it.
And we said
no, that's a different.
And we said yeah.
I actually think Yellow is a fairly different game because it follows the anime. So you're like getting all of the, you're like, oh, here's the Charmander that was left out in the rain. It's yours now. Like just like in the. I'm like,
oh, really?
I don't remember that. I just remember Pikachu.
I don't remember that either. Yeah, maybe I.
Yeah, you get all the starters in that one because it follows more closely the plot of the anime, and Jesse and James are in it. Like Jesse and James are not in.
Why do I not remember that? Even I played that game.
I don't remember any of this.
I only remember Pikachu following me.
I just remember I'm like,
and
they charged me $60, $50 for Pikachu to follow me, and I paid it, and I said thank you. I said thank you, Pokemon.
Also, guys, I just realized that I get 100 free hours of AOL. Of America Online.
Oh my god, do you think it's so good?
Free hours.
100 free hours. That's pretty
Back
crazy.
when that meant anything.
Oh yeah, look at Jesse and James coming up to fight you.
See?
Yeah, I don't remember any of this stuff. In my mind, this was just Pikachu.
Yeah. They even say the line. They're like, surrender now or prepare to fight.
Maybe I remember it, but it's just so similar. It looks the same as all the other ones.
Yeah.
From the Game Boy.
You're not wrong about that.
I just loved it. I loved it.
You know what I missed from the Game Boy?
So cute.
The Game Boy ones was when your mom would call you. Which one was that specifically?
That's Silver and Gold and Crystal.
Yes, when your mom would call you.
Right? You move into the
that's you're moving in Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Your mom calls you just to like save your money and I like
she
in
would,
Pokemon
like,
Gold and
my
Silver.
Money.
Yeah, but you could tell her not to.
Give me my money.
You could say, Mom,
tell her not to.
Bump off, Mom. It's my money.
She'd be like, I'll save your money for you.
Yeah, right.
And then she'd be like, I have a potion for you, or like a remedy or something, an antidote. And you're like, thanks,
Mom.
Mom.
Probably says.
Yeah, no facts. It's a little sus.
Sus. It is cool that you played through the anime in this. I don't know why my brain never connected that. I was just like,
I didn't know I was playing through the anime.
I didn't know.
I was like, I don't know.
It's literally Jesse and James.
I was like 7.
But they're also Team Rocket, so maybe in my mind,
I was just like, new Team Rocket showed up, random grunts.
Yeah.
I knew who Jesse and James were, though.
I was pretty stupid. So.
Did you guys? Oh my god! I'm talking about being pretty stupid. When I first came across Lavender Town, I thought my Pokemon were gonna drop dead. Like I thought I had to start being worried about my Pokemon dropping dead at some point during the game. Because like Lavender Town, you get there and they're like, yeah, your Pokemon will die. Like you don't know how much time you have left with them. Like cherish them. And I was like, they're gonna die.
You thought that meant like in 5 minutes?
I literally
like imminently?
thought that like spontaneously I'd be walking and it'll be like Squirtle died. And I would have to get a new Pokemon.
They should do that, like Oregon Trail
I thought
style.
they were gonna die.
Ooh, Pokemon with like actual
it's
stakes.
Like, ooh, your Caterpie has a UTI. What do you do? Like, I don't know.
It's a UTI.
If you like leave it poisoned for too young or something, UTI.
Yeah, I do wish there were more stakes. I mean, I guess that's like the appeal of a Nuzlocke challenge, right?
Yeah.
Is so that there are more stakes in the game.
And the Radical Red ROM hack I played, I don't think I talked about that when I was talking about ROM hacks. It's so hard. It's like, what if the NPCs were actually smart? It's like I couldn't get past Viridian Forest. It's the original Pokemon Red, but it's what if it was actually hard? And the last bitch right before you're coming out of the Viridian Forest, she has this, what is it, like a Clefairy Jigglypuff combo with something else. She spammed, her strategy was insane. It was like you were fighting at the Pokemon Championships in Hawaii or something like they do in real life. I was like, Jesus. It's like, she spammed sleep, and then she had this other thing. Was it Leech Seed or something? And it was, I couldn't even land a single hit on her. She completely dunked me every single time, and there's no good places to get Pokemon in Viridian Forest. I just kept getting Caterpie with UTIs. Like Shannon said. It's such a fascinating, because your brain almost goes into no thinking mode playing those games, but like actually having to strategize and backtrack and go, okay, what do I need right now? I need a Pikachu. It has a 1 in 75 chance of spawning in here. Let me walk around for an hour to get it. Like, that's how you had to play that. And I didn't even get past Viridian Forest. I quit because it was too hard. But it's fun because it's like you don't have those feelings normally when you play Pokemon. It's usually Ember, 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 Fire, Flamestorm, Flamethrower. I win.
Have you guys played other Pokemon ROM hacks?
I played a randomizer with my friends, and I all got together in one room and did a randomizer Nuzlocke together, and that was really fun. And it was like,
I didn't play one of those, but I did like the Pokemon Minecraft mod a long time ago when it like first came out. One of the Pokemon Minecraft mods, and that was like genuinely really cool. I think they're really, really good now. But the one I played was early, but like Cobblemon is like the modern version of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I played that one, but I definitely like going into Minecraft and like finding a Pikachu. I was like mind blown. I was like, this is incredible.
That's pretty
This is
cool.
before like Sword and Shield too. So I'm like, this is just what Pokemon should be. And then they continued to fail to make that. And then other people just mod it into Minecraft.
Shout out PM7, who I'm using their footage because there's no other gameplay of this without me calling them out and showing their face. But this is
the
cool
Rowlet as just a perfect Minecraft square is one of my favorite things I've ever seen. That's fantastic.
That's really cool. I never played this.
I played a really messed up Pokemon ROM hack called Pokemon Snakewood, which is like, it's zombie apocalypse Pokemon, and it's written.
That sounds so sick.
It kind of was. I can't remember exactly when it was made, but it was made in an era where like you can just really tell based on the humor. Like, it's very, I'm gonna guess like 2008. So there's a lot of stuff in there where you're just like, okay, buddy, like. It's really exciting when someone says the word bitch or something,
the darkness within me.
Yeah.
I'm so edgy, edgelord core.
But the game itself is pretty fun. So there's just like a random zombie in the
Is nobody concerned about that random zombie?
Oh,
is no one concerned about Ghost Girl Lizzie?
But the best part is that like there are zombie Pokemon in this game. So there's like you will fight like zombie versions of Pokemon. And then so there's one Rotmander. That's one of the more boring ones where he just kind of is like
that's when people just learned how to recolor sprites.
But some of them are like really good like sprite edits. Could
you catch the zombie ones?
Yeah. And there was
nice.
My favorite part was there was like a guy that you meet, and he's like, I decided to glue a bunch of my Pokemon together to make a stronger one or something like that. And it's just like, he throws out the ball and it's just like a monster. And it's just a bunch of Pokemon parts all put together. It's really, yeah.
Oh no.
Levitating legless corpse. Yeah. There's so many good fan Pokemon things that I feel like have cropped up, but like not because people really, really like Pokemon, but kind of because there's not a lot of, not like, I don't want to say not great games, but like there is a demand, right? There's a demand for like harder Pokemon games. There's a demand for like better open world Pokemon games.
This is scary. This is just the bottom half of a Houndoom, and it's just its legs.
Yeah, he's missing his head.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. It's an interesting game. I thought it was kind of cool. Like,
that's cool.
I have a bunch of for a while I was collecting like bootleg Pokemon games, and so I have a lot of them on physical cartridges, but I haven't actually played through a ton of them. There's like a Pokemon Christmas game where it's just all set during Christmas time, and
that's
so nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys play a lot of Pokemon Go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all did. We can admit it's almost
That was
been
a
10
good time.
years. 10
That was
years soon.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, 2016.
Oh my god, that's
Yep,
crazy.
almost 10 years.
I thought it was like 5 years ago, but no, that math tracks. Yeah, like I love that game. I think that game is awesome. I know that I have to say it was controversial, it's so dramatic, but like I know there's a debate on like, well, the game's really fun, but like, is it good? It was like a big conversation around that game for some reason.
It was.
And the answer is yes. Yeah, I think because it's a game that has different
together like that.
Yeah, it's a game that has different, goals and different ways to achieve those goals. I think, sure, it is very, like, one of the criticisms of it is, like, how, like, especially at launch, like, how minimalistic it is. But it's exactly what it needed to be. Now, again, do I think this is, like, a masterpiece of a game? Oh,
yeah, and it's 10 years old, this launch trailer.
I remember watching this trailer and just this blowing my mind.
Your jeans.
Like, you can just walk outside and catch Pokemon now. And I'm thankful every day that it was not just me, that it was literally the entire world was like, yeah, this is actually the coolest thing that's ever been invented. We should all go outside and catch Pokemon together.
It was so fun.
It got a lot of people who didn't even play Pokemon into Pokemon.
Yeah.
It was so
my mom
cool.
and her fiance still play.
There were no drawbacks to this game. I feel, I don't know, because I feel like people spend a lot of money on Pokemon Go. They just have money, and I
never
don't
spent
feel
a
bad for
penny
you.
on it.
I would have bought. I would have bought stuff too.
Money.
I'd have every piece of incense and so many more Coach bags if I was rich. Okay, like that's just the game. But especially like I know at one point they did introduce like the battles, like that you could take over gyms and stuff. But I think I forgot if that was at launch or like slightly later.
That was
That was
at launch.
at launch.
Or like maybe
like
a few days
gyms,
after.
and you could put your guy there to protect it.
You put your guy there, and then you can like have the names, and it'd be like silly. And so many things too about this game were so brilliant as well. Again, it's very simplistic, but like it maxed out a lot of its simplicity. Like the fact that they were relevant neighborhood locations. So you had stuff like, I lived in Pilsen at the time in Chicago, and it was like, oh, the Pilsen mural. And it's like, yeah, that's like legit an iconic spot in the neighborhood, or like, oh, this park, or like this museum. And it felt like really using, the tapestry of our cities and our neighborhoods to bring Pokemon to life. And it was like really fun. I love the stupid beefs of the teams. I don't know what teams you guys were. I was Team Instinct. Everyone hated us, and we didn't have beef with anybody, but everyone hated us. Yeah,
yes, and you know what?
For no reason.
Yes,
Sarah, you're the odd one out here.
No, okay, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Obviously,
Sarah?
I was the red team, the winning team.
What is this supposed to mean?
Team Instinct forever.
Of course,
Team Instinct
you're all giving I'm yellow vibes here.
Yeah, because they were cool. They were different.
They weren't cool, but you guys
We
really
loved
like
our
to be the
Pokemon.
underdogs, you know?
Yeah, you two would be squabbling, and you guys were like Sony and Microsoft, and we were Nintendo. That was the vibe.
I don't want to be
Sarah
that.
hated that.
Yeah, well, you want to be Nintendo that bad?
Yeah, they're awesome.
I don't want to be, but I just am. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I picked Instinct, and everyone's like, who would have picked this ugly, dusty, dirty, sad team? And I said, I picked Team Instinct.
I picked because there was a hot lady who was the boss of my team.
That's valid.
She seemed like a boss babe. Yeah,
Did
Team
all
Valor.
you guys play Fire Emblem Three Houses?
No, I never played that.
I want to. I hear it's really good.
Okay.
Poor Kelsey.
Because I'm also
smiled
the
to
same
wiped
vibes.
off her face.
Well, it's like I thought there might be a correlation between Yellow Team Pokemon and Yellow Team and Three Houses, because they both feel like the kind of underdog team, the cute little idiots team.
I hope I'm not hallucinating.
And yes, that's what I picked.
Pokemon Go team, we're so quirky and different.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're a bully,
but you had to pay.
I have to be good and
to
hot all the
teams.
time.
You did have to
I picked the good and hot one. I'm Sarah.
We're so quirky.
Again, y'all put that on us. We just were, and then you guys decide to like categorize us and try to
You're
stereotype
the ones that are here victimizing yourself over something that came out 10 years ago.
Look, I'm just saying. I mean, everything I said was facts, and it's still. Look, you're proving it right now. I'm like, oh yeah, I was Team Instinct. I don't know if everyone kind of hated us, and people are like, oh yeah, I was Team Instinct. And now, not so fun when the rabbit has the gun, is it, Sarah?
Okay, Charles Dickens, what the hell? Your little limericks. I just remember this came out when I moved to the States for my Game Informer internship, and it felt like it was made for me. It was the perfect. It was
like Explore America.
It was like Explore America, new Canadian. Walk around. I would go out every weekend because I literally had zero friends. Not trying to look for sympathy. It was just the fact of nature.
That's why you were Team Yellow.
Oh my God! Internalized instinct. Misogyny.
I can't say anything about that because then there will just be comments being like, Sarah is such a bully.
Internalized hate.
I'm teeing you up so I can call you a bully.
But yeah, it was so fun. I would I would get a little coffee and I would pick, I remember one time I wanted to buy a book at a bookshop and I purposefully chose the furthest one from me so I could have a super long walk, and I would just walk the whole way catching Pokemon. It was so fun. And everyone was outside, University of Minnesota, that big area where everyone sits outside. It's nice and grassy.
Yeah.
It was hundreds of people out there because I think Tauros was seen or something at that, because it was
and we would go to the St. Paul campus because we were there's Bulbasaur on the St. Paul campus.
Everyone run. It was
let's
so
go.
fun. It truly was.
Oh, I heard I was literally in downtown Minneapolis and a stampede started because people thought that there was a Lapras or something.
Yeah. I used to go walk. There's this big park in Bellevue, which is actually where the Pokemon Company is. But it's just east of Seattle. And it was this big circle-shaped park. And when that game came out, there would just be hundreds of people there just in a slowly moving circle, just rotating around this giant park. And then every once in a while, someone would be like, Snorlax! And then there'd be a huge stampede. Yeah.
Snorlax
it was fantastic.
The big one. That's the one everyone went feral for. 100%.
He's literally the big one.
He's literally the big one.
And then I moved to Japan and I tried to play Pokemon Go, and it was almost too easy to play Pokemon Go.
Oh, because you're just in the middle of a city center and it's
yeah, so everything was really dense, and there's just you could just ride the train and you could just be get. And I'm man, in America, you really had to work for your Pokemon. You really had to put in the effort. And in Japan, it's this is just, it's it wasn't that fun anymore.
I always thought it should have been balanced a little better for that kind of stuff. It shouldn't be that easy in a city, you know?
I know people who hacked their account so that they could just auto travel around the globe. So they would put themselves in Las Vegas.
Wasn't there a big race to whoever could complete their Pokedex the first on Pokemon Go?
Was there?
And some people were hacking. Yeah, there was some people were just hacking their way around the globe.
So lame.
But then one sicko actually was getting plane tickets because they were oh, you can only get this version of the Pokemon in Japan and you can only get this version here.
Wow. That's such a fun excuse. That sounds crazy, but that's a fun reason to travel.
Yeah, it was a better time.
Yeah.
For as far as travel, it reminds me of the person who I saw them on TikTok. I don't know if they posted anywhere else, but they were on a quest to see all of the art from Animal Crossing New Horizons in real life.
Yeah,
that's cute.
That stuff's just so fun. But yeah, Pokemon Go was just such a fun. It's one of the where it's they zag a lot off of the main stuff, at least with the IP or whatever, because obviously it's a Niantic game, but that one, it really worked and it really brought to life the stuff. It's sometimes when they have an idea like that, it's the implementation ends up being kind of whack or not feeling it's really realized, a realized version of the idea. But Pokemon Go was it worked. Everyone was out there in the streets. It was fun. You got some good air. I would sometimes I was running a lot more at the time, and sometimes I would set it instead of my fitness thing so I could catch the eggs, because that was distance based and stuff. There were people being Pokemon trainers for a living, on Craigslist. There'd be the people who had the multiple phones. When you would go to Best Buy, they were selling the charge packs for your phone in the front as a separate kiosk that's advertising hey, let your phone burn as you're playing Pokemon Go, and just when it dies, just keep
the
plugging in
packs.
Yeah,
did you guys ever run into one of the people with the array of phones?
No, not in real life.
Not in real life.
That's
either,
my dream.
Yeah.
So fun.
I saw someone with 4, and they did have a little holder for all 4 of them.
They're just chucking them with their fingy,
yeah,
as they're biting.
It sure was something.
That was iconic.
Yeah. Okay, before we move on to our next segments, I have just 2 remaining quick questions. The first one is, what is the best Pokemon game? And is it the one you played when you were 10?
I feel I haven't played the best Pokemon game because everyone says it's Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and I haven't played that yet. So for me,
Silver was crazy.
Maybe Alpha Sapphire, which I did play when I was older, but it's an old game. I would have been 10, but I would have been a kid.
Yeah.
but that one's pretty up there for me.
I think it is the one when I was 10 because that was silver. It was close to silver at least. And it's like Johto Pokemon coming out was, I just still remember the vibe of the world then. It was so crazy that another 100 plus Pokemon were coming out. And I remember watching the movie, and it's Dawn Fan, I think, is fighting Bulbasaur in the first few seconds of that movie.
Yeah, and like the intro.
Yeah,
like,
that's the first time
while they're still doing like the credits and stuff.
Is that the first time you see a Gen 2 Pokemon? I'm fairly certain.
It's that, or in one of the little like Pikachu shorts, Snubbull was in it as well.
Oh yeah,
and I think maybe Meryl.
For the vacation.
But I can't remember if that. I can't remember which one came first. The little like shorts that came with the movie. I can't remember like. Yeah, I don't remember the timeline of that. That
came with the movie, no? So maybe it came like at the same time. But I just remember people being like, "Who the fuck is that elephant?" And that was what everyone talked about at school. There's an elephant who did a big sonic spin. What the?
I feel like my school didn't give two shits about Pokemon.
Really?
Like literally nobody talked about it.
You didn't have the trading card game or anything either?
They got banned.
Oh, it got
Remember?
banned.
We weren't. Yeah, we weren't allowed to have them.
Yeah.
Oh, we loved our.
And I feel some kinship because it's also been banned in schools again due to like the resurgence. And I'm like, yes, something we can relate.
It's banned because all of the 9-year-olds are trying to be like hustle bros and investing in their cardboard.
Little crypto bros about
it. Little baby crypto bros. So
I was just trying to play the.
Hey, every kid
game.
needs a side hustle. That's like
I just wanted a Venomoth, man. You know, like I think.
Yeah.
Do you guys know how to play the card game?
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I cannot. That thing, it looks like I looked at it and I was like, this is just
it's not too bad.
Me.
It's like if you play my partner got me the big black board that's like what's
like
it called?
A playmat thing?
It's like a big playmat thing that they released. It's like it came with
it has that like giant the location $300 one that came with 2 decks in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got me that for Christmas and we played on that a bunch. And then that's when I got into the cards again, like in the present day. But then all the prices quintupled and I gave up. But for those few months where it was just double priced, that was pretty fun. Then I gave up. But that's really fun because it gives you like a cool place to play it. It like gives you a decent deck for either side. I think there's like 3 different typing decks. So if you're like, I want to play a fire deck or a water deck or whatever. And you just kind of play through it. But now we have enough cards that we could set up our own decks. But we really just play on the app now. Because we just will choose. You can like make your own decks on there. And then just challenge somebody with like a code word. And then they type the code word and you can fight them. And I learned it from playing it in the app first. And then it just is the exact same thing with the physical cards.
I still think about sometimes when I was in college, I was like, you know what I really want to do? I want to just open a really old pack of Pokemon cards. And I went on eBay and those like original sets of Pokemon cards were like $35 a pack. And I was like,
wow,
$35 a pack. That's crazy. They're like over $1,000 now.
Which doesn't even make sense because the raw chase cards are like $300. You know what I mean? So it's just like having the sealed one is like the trophy, you know? That makes sense to me.
It's the potential, you know,
but the
it's what it
potential
could
is
be.
still less than what the pack is. You know what I mean? Unless you get the rated 10 Charizard, which is 1 in like a bajillion.
Mm-hmm.
And then and they're like, but it might be this one. I waited. It's heavy.
You can buy a base pack wrapper on eBay, just the wrapper, not the cards inside, for $25.
Guys,
that's insane.
The trash. You can buy the trash for $25.
It pisses me off. It's all the NFT bros.
One man's trash is
another here.
treasure.
NFTs
but it's
died.
Also like,
let's do it over here with Pokemon again.
It's also just such a weird economy, the Pokemon cards.
It's made up.
People they're like, it's completely made up. Just like the stock market.
Well, like if you go on freaking Facebook Marketplace, they go, I traded 80%. And I go, you're not a store. What overhead costs are you compensating for, you ass? You just want more money. You're just saying. Yeah. He heard somebody say that. Yeah, like he heard someone say that. I
also trade money at 80%. So
you have rent if you want to store.
I'll give you $80 for $100.
Yeah, like I should just say that to him. Like, oh, perfect. I also do that at 80%, so we're split even. It's just like so ridiculous. And then like, yeah, I'll go, like my friends and I would go to this card show. And once you meet like normal people, it's fun and they like aren't priced so egregiously. But every so often you will like walk up to a thing and it'll be like now they do like the gamble to gamble. They'll have all these packs, but you have to pay money to roll a wheel to see what pack you get or something. Like that's how they're doing it.
So it's like gambling for gambling?
Yeah, and I'm not
There's like layers to the gamble?
Yeah, they're like, give me $10 and you might get a prismatic evolution, but you also might get like another worse pack or something. And I'm like, this is stupid. Also, I think you're violating gambling laws by selling shit this way, but you're just
yeah. There's a lot, at least in a lot of states, there's a lot of laws about like raffles and stuff like that and what you can and can't do. But I don't think anyone ever like prosecutes it.
No, and my local game store, we went in there recently and we were thinking about buying, it's not even a game store, it's like this big card store. They do mostly sports cards and they have their own PSA
But everyone's
grading.
getting into Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have their own little room they do for PSA grading that they take you into and like give you like you can book a time for them to assess your card and stuff. It's very formal. But we went in there and I was like, I'll buy a pack. And I looked at it and they were charging $13 for a pack of Stellar Crown, which should be like $4. And I flipped it on the back and they just had bought it from GameStop and they didn't even take the stickers off. So the local card store was going around to all the other vendors, buying all the stock, coming home and just putting it on their shelf and not even changing the sticker to hide. That's what they're doing and marking it up double price, triple price.
I mean, I've talked about this before because like basically the whole thing is a mess now, top to bottom, because the distributors themselves are holding back product and only selling them to the stores that like we get our initial allocations because I think contractually they're required to do that. But after that, I can't get anything else because it's held for stores that are both willing to pay for like their other trading card crap that no one wants, like games that no one's playing kind of stuff, and then also pay markup prices on the stuff. And this is from the distributor. This is not like, this is not like a store buying from another store. Like this is the people who are supposed to be just distributing these to the stores that then mark them up a little bit. But it's a total nightmare out there now. And so if you are a dedicated card shop, not to defend that practice, and especially not if you're leaving the GameStop stickers on it, my God. But it's like they probably are just like, crap, people expect us to have cards and we don't have any cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's very, very dumb.
God.
We just kind of don't have Pokemon cards most of the time. We just carry the Japanese ones.
And I see people like camping the vending machines too. Like my local grocery store has like a Pokemon card vending machine in it, and people will like just camp at it. I don't know.
By the time this episode releases, the new Mega Set will be out in the States. And last time I had at one of our 3 stores, I had someone who waited overnight. They literally camped out. And we have a limit of 1 per customer. That didn't change for camp out guy. His whole night he camped out. No, I talked to him. I talked to him as I was leaving the store, and I was like, hey, like it's just gonna be 1 per customer. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing anything tonight. Like, okay.
At 1 ETB, right? So 9 packs.
1 ETB.
That's
1
crazy.
ETB.
I haven't yet to camp out for anything. I don't know if there's anything I would camp out for. I'll be
I've
in line for a long
to
time,
stores
but
early.
I haven't camped out. Yeah.
You've done
I
that
have
too,
to be
right?
conscious the whole time. Yeah. I was there even just for like the Switch too, which is like, no offense, but I mean, look at her right now. She ain't doing so hot, but I wanted to just feel something. It's fun. But like, overnight, I feel like, hey man, you wanted it more than me. The game's the game. you could take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And you told me, Kelsey, that a dude cried at your store.
I did have a dude like genuinely tear up, and it's a lot.
Because there's no Pokemon cards, or because he didn't like what he got?
Because there were we did not get our shipment in time, and he wasn't able to come on the next day.
Oh no.
So.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the thing that sent him over the edge. I think we've all had those days.
That's my actual.
Oh no.
It's like if one more bad thing happens to me, I'm gonna burst into tears. That's
that is what I actually think happened. Not that that was the only bad thing.
I hope you
going
didn't
on
ask
in
him,
his life, but-
hey, are you okay? Oh,
I did.
Works.
I felt genuinely bad though, because I was just like, oh.
I felt bad, and then I realized it was Pokemon cards, and then I started feeling bad.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, so it's crazy, and it's made worse by like the Wall Street Journal did a article recently that was like Pokemon cards, the hot new investment. But I think what people don't understand about collectible investments, because this happens all the time. I mean, pretty recently, the sealed video game market like spiked crazy up and then has fallen down pretty dramatically since then. Like the only way things like this continue is if just you have a ton of people willing to believe something is worth that money. But if like people kind of start getting out of it, they're like, okay, I need to sell my stuff off. I've like someone is left holding the bag. Yeah. Lots of people are left holding the bag. In fact, it's just like you need to keep this momentum and this hype going up forever for this to work. And that's just obviously not possible, because even in a best case scenario where you can keep it up for 30 years, it's like eventually our generation dies. Ain't nobody like Pokemon as much as we do. Like,
forever.
You know what I mean?
Kelsey, no.
Imagine if like Gen Alpha
I'm tired of facing my mortality for this show.
That'd be cool of them, not gonna lie.
I feel like I would die if the Gen Alpha became Digimon kids, but I also feel like it would be
kind of
like Digimon has earned it or something, you know? Like Digimon deserves it.
They're the underdog. That's kind of fun.
I think I want that. It's better than Roblox.
The thing that pisses me off is the market is so easily manipulable, and like no one cares about it. Because like they all use.
Well, but that's exactly
TCG
why
player.
It works.
Yeah, but it's like okay. So there was this one time where a Slowpoke card went up from like $20 to like $350 or some crap.
Yeah,
and it was
because people just sit.
They were just selling them back and forth to themselves, making the price go up.
You get a group of like 10 of you together, you buy all of them, and then you just sell them back and forth to each other to create a bunch of fake data. And like, it's genuinely so... It's such a strange phenomenon, and it happens a little bit in video games, but way, 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 way more with cards. That I just...
And you look at the little graph, and it's like $20 for 5 years, and then one weekend it goes up, and then everyone's like, that's the price now. And I'm like... That's because one to four people bought it that price. Now the entire world. That's crazy.
Well, like use your head. It's like pump and dumps do work, obviously, for some people, but it's like just use your head. Like no one buy it at this price, you know?
But people do.
You cannot.
They simply cannot.
That's
cannot. The problem. They simply cannot.
They simply cannot.
Yeah. Anyways, my favorite Pokemon game. Well, I don't think it's the best Pokemon game. That's what I get hung up on, right? Because like I'm a Pokemon Sapphire girly for life, right? Like that will always be peak Pokemon for me.
I thought X and Y was your favorite.
I also really like X and Y.
I like X and Y a lot too.
A little Frenchie.
I really, la la. Because that was like their first kind of like
Pokemon
3D.
Clear Obscure, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I also really like X and Y, but I don't know if I would call it either like the best. I just feel like
you just love them.
They're definitely peak for me, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the metric with Pokemon. What one do you love? Yeah. That's the best one.
I think Pokemon Crystal has the biggest place in my heart. Like I know Heart Gold and Soul Silver are better games, you know, way more quality of life and everything, and your little buddy follows you, but just again, there's something about the vibes of those early games, and especially the Johto ones where, you know, you think you're done with the game and you are only halfway done with the game. That hit so hard as a child. You obviously, like, you can't do that forever with every game, but the first time it happens to you, which for most of us, I think, was Pokemon Gold and Silver. It's just like a mind-blowing, like, video games can really surprise you and do cool things and like be way more than you think they're gonna be.
That was so confusing to me as a kid when I thought that I was done, and then they were like, there's a whole other world. I was like, wait. I feel like I wasn't excited. I was like, wait, that's so much more of the stuff that I have to do now.
I can't play this.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's so much more work. Oh yeah,
I had that
like
exact
favorite starter.
Oh, that's a good one.
Favorite starter, probably Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil's cute.
Cute, fiery. He kind of has like he's pudgy looking, and I like.
Do you always do
He's
fire starters then?
No, hell no. I always do water.
Really? You give fire starter energy.
You give Rainbow Dash
that's like
fire starter.
That's actually like I'm so offended because I see fire as the basic bitch version, but for
What the
dudes.
hell?
Like every dude, a woman that picks a fire starter, that's fine. That's that's your prerogative.
Nice.
But I feel like every guy is like, I like the fire one, and I'm like, well, yeah, because like, what else is new?
that you're.
And I don't know.
Fire starters are pumpkin spice lattes for men.
Yes, and I get that makes me
fantastic
a jerk, but it's me being a jerk to men, and I think I'm allowed, once every while as a treat. As a treat,
bang.
it is my right. My weekly allotment of being mean to men. Yeah, it's like that. So that's like one of the only fire starters that I'm like really into. Because who else is in that gen? I'm like hallucinating, can't remember who else is in there.
Yeah, I'll bring them up.
Chikorita?
I will say I think I picked Chikorita for that gen because normally I normally go blue, like water, and if I'm not into the water, like I can go grass. Fire is very rare for me, but I do love Cyndaquil because he's so cute, and I was so excited when in Arceus. That's another fun thing I like about Arceus, where they have like the blended starter options of different gens. I'm like, oh, that's so fun, and like I can be with Cyndaquil, my little chonkers. So I think
like the Cyndaquil. Reason, Jenna, if this makes you feel better, I think the reason you give fire is just because I feel like the last two games you would have picked fire because it's like a soccer bunny and a cat.
No, I picked what's the cat fire? I guess it was. No, what are the last two gens? Pokemon. Who were the starters? I can tell you what I picked.
It was like Sobble and
so rough, man.
Gorbunny and what was the grass one? Why am I blanking?
Rowlet. No.
Oh
no, not Rowlet.
The one no one likes.
Grookey?
No.
Was it Grookey?
Wait, which one are we talking about?
Yeah, it was Grookey.
Oh my gosh.
People like Grookey?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
No, wait, I'm thinking about another one. Oops.
I picked Sobble for that, even though Sobble sucked.
Here we go.
I did pick Sobble for that.
Yeah. But yeah, I just figured. And then, wait, so you did not pick the bunny that plays soccer?
No, because I have a water preference. I go water, grass, and then fire is like my last option.
I need you to lean into your own branding a little bit more.
She
here.
plays
so
soccer.
Even that gen, but like I like water. So, and if I don't go water, I go grass.
You
and
like
then
the
I try
crying, the crying.
I don't like him, but everyone was chopped in this situation. You
know,
no one's gonna win.
Cute. What do you mean?
He's just a monkey.
I don't
care. I'm really want
bored
him.
of monkeys.
I had Rowlet for the other gen. I had Rowlet for the gen that had the fire cat. I also didn't have a cat at the time that game came out. Was that Sword and Shield?
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
But Rowlet was dope, and then his evolution was also good as well. Though I tried to pick based on the evolutions because I want to be like real, like if I was in the world, I wouldn't be.
Pick base. I used to not pick based on evolutions, but then too many Pokemon started standing up. Becoming bipedal men, and then I had to do my research
a little bit.
I think because Lewin was gonna be my go-to, but then they were like, for whatever reason, all of the Pokemon become ab-having WWE fighters, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. Because Tepig was like a sumo wrestler,
Litten,
and I was like, burn me once, like shame on me, but you're not gonna burn me again with Litten.
Yeah, Litten was so horrible when he evolved too, so it's like hell no. I think I did some of the evolutions on that one. I don't remember if I did though, because I just don't remember at the time. And then you got the grass cat, which was cool, little weed cat. That was fun.
Sprigatito.
So yeah, that's where I lean.
She's cute.
But yeah, I don't really rock with the fire.
So Cyndaquil's your favorite, but you're not normally fire.
I think he's kind of my favorite. Like when you asked me the question, I said him, but I technically didn't pick him in that gen. I picked Chikorita, but.
What if we go through Jen and we all just yell it and do rapid fire what we picked, okay?
Okay.
Kanto. Charmander.
Squirtle.
Charmander.
Nice.
Wow, basic.
Johto.
Sorry. I was a child.
Chikorita.
Totodile.
Cyndaquil.
Wait, where are we? Oh, we're on this side. My bad.
Actually, no. I picked Totodile first. I think I like Cyndaquil better now, though.
Okay, cute.
Yeah, same.
Hoenn. I did
Torchic, obviously.
Torchic.
Yeah, Torchic. Oh, Mudkip.
Torchic was the biggest
love Mudkip.
Rug pull in Pokemon history. Blaziken is not it.
He has weird pants.
Yeah, no, that's valid. Because that's kind of what started.
Sarah, I need you to know that they literally, I forget which Pokemon person said this, but there was an interview where one of the creators of Pokemon or something was like, we wanted the experience of when you buy a painted chick for Easter or whatever, and it grows up to be
an ugly
like
rooster.
a kind of ugly chicken. They literally were like, we want it to be cute and grow up to be ugly, which,
cool
by the way,
chicken
chickens are very
man.
cute.
Kicking chicken.
Yeah. Kicking chicken.
Sinnoh, Piplup.
Pass.
Piplup.
You pass?
Did you pass?
I didn't.
That's
I didn't
fair.
play that generation.
Okay.
I didn't play the next three.
Oh,
ones.
who would you pick?
Piplup.
Probably Piplup. Yeah.
We all agreed on Piplup.
We're all
Sinnoh.
united on Piplup.
United on Piplup.
Yay.
United under Piplup.
Unova.
Oshawott.
I also did Oshawott.
I think I picked Tepig.
What's that green one turn into? If not, I'll pick Tepig.
A
Oshawott's
bigger
weird.
snake.
A
A
bigger
sexy snake man.
Sexy
sexy
was
snake.
added
He's
in by
sexy?
Sarah voluntarily.
What's his name again? How do I?
He's
Snivy?
absolutely not sexy.
It's not sexy.
He's just.
He just
gives.
gives the eyes.
Flamboyant.
He gives the eyes, you know?
He's like yassified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the pig grow into? Like, what's he look like at the end?
A
Fucking
sumo
sumo wrestler.
wrestler.
And I'm so mad about
I'll probably pick the yassified snake then, I think. Yeah, definitely yassified snake. Oh, I hate the wrestler ones.
Yeah.
Back to that.
Snake.
I
Okay.
hate wrestling. No. As a kid, I liked
Kalos, Froakie.
it. Fennekin.
Fennekin.
I think
Probably Froakie,
I
yeah.
think the first time I picked Fennekin, but I really didn't like the Delphox evolution. So
I just
yeah,
stopped
the other-
using him after he was Fennekin, to be
Same.
honest. I just benched him. I was
Yeah.
like, you're ugly now. This is
Yeah.
working out.
Alola, Litten.
Rowlet.
Obviously, Rowlet.
Poplio's cute. This was
Poplio got so bullied.
Yeah,
Everyone
it
hated Poplio.
did.
Yeah.
Sarah, you're
Oh
brave.
yeah, I know it's really hard being this quirky. Picking
Galar.
Poplio.
Galar was Score Bunny. for me.
Sobble.
I also did Score
I
Bunny.
think I did Grookey,
Okay,
but
interesting.
I this is where I started picking starters and then just throwing them away.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
the
same.
last like
you
3.
threw him away.
Sorry, Poplio, Grookey, and I think I picked Fuecoco.
I picked Fight Coco as well.
I benched them
Fuecoco's cute,
immediately
though.
because I didn't like them that much.
I hate his
Whatever the
evolution,
cat is,
though.
Sprigatito or whatever.
Sprigatito. I don't like the look of this at all.
Okay, but at
He's
least
kinda fun.
it stayed on all 4 legs. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Skeledirge. I felt the same way. I was like, gosh, at least he's not
Stand.
a bipedal,
Pokemon's fun.
muscly
He's one of the Mexican
crocodile.
Pokemon that
This guy-
exists.
I picked
Yeah.
Quaxley.
I don't hate
Of course.
Quaquaveil or whatever. I don't hate that evolution.
I didn't like
hated
how
Quaxley.
when you fought with it, its butt was just constantly shaking.
It was a
on the
jiggly
dance
butt.
floor.
Yeah, he was always
Battles.
dancing.
He's
Yeah.
always dancing.
Mouse
In that game,
Goddard
I-
was cool.
Yeah.
She was okay.
So wait, what is everyone's number one favorite?
Oh, number 1.
Mine's probably Torchic.
Mine's probably Charmander or Piplup.
I will say, I gotta give a nod to, I know I picked Cyndaquil initially, but Mudkip is like a very, especially in that form,
Yeah.
like Mudkip as Mudkip.
Yeah.
I forget how the evolution goes. I think that might not go super favorable
so
for
good.
Mudkip.
Yeah.
But there's
so
a
good.
reason that they put the Mudkip, oh yeah, it's not that great. They put the Mudkip in freaking Build-A-Bear. I really want that Build-A-Bear
Aw.
also, but I haven't gotten it yet, but.
Remember
Yeah.
the so I
think
heard you
Rowlet's
like
my favorite.
Mudkips. Remember that meme, you guys?
Was that
So
a
I heard
meme?
you
Oh my
like
God.
Mudkips.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
What
like
does
a
that
copy pasta.
insinuate?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what insinuates. Just won't say.
No, I don't. I just remember people in my school would just start writing, so I heard you like Mudkips
So
with a
I
Z.
heard you like.
But it's like all spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mudkip's so cute though.
It started with a copy pasta on 4chan around 2005.
As they all do.
Hmm.
Oh Jesus Christ!
There's
this person
definitely
writing
some
is very
2005 language in this.
rude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I skipped away from that. That was a little bit rude. The phase eventually spreads to 4chan. What does it mean?
Yeah, I don't know anything about this, but
look,
Mudkip's dope.
in the origins of it, the victim humps a Mudkip doll. So
What? In a real life person is humping.
I mean, it's like a 4chan green text.
Yeah.
Like who knows? Who knows what happened?
I don't
It might not be real.
Well, here's know your meme. That feels safe. Catchphrase that became popular with frequent usage in 4chan. Various spelling of "so" at the beginning of the phrase can also be found. The phrase is commonly identified used as an identifier among 4chan users of the image board. Oh, the narwhal's bacon at midnight on Reddit. Jesus Christ, that's an old thing. Remember that?
That's even older.
That's
This
even
is like
older.
the OG like 6-7 meme. Like I don't think we need to engage in this. Like this isn't gonna.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't mean
Okay, let's
anything.
get out of here.
no.
Let's get
I
out
like
of
when
here.
my memes mean something.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the. I heard you like Mudkips, but I do. Yeah, Mudkip's cool. Mudkip's cool.
He's pretty cute. So I heard you like Mudkips.
Yeah, he's very cute. He's very cute. He's just a baby.
Should we move on to our show and tell for the week?
We should move on to our show and tell for the week.
Or
Yeah. I feel like we could talk about Pokemon genuinely forever, but our show and tell this week is we have all assembled our Pokemon team. I'm not sure how we all interpreted this prompt, but we like to make a little Canva. We like to make a little Pinterest thing. And so we're pitching our Pokemon teams. And I don't know if it's like what we genuinely think we would have or just what we aspirationally would like to have. I think mine went somewhere in between.
If you have a legendary, I will judge you.
Yeah, same. I didn't do a legendary.
Yeah,
you put a legendary
same.
on your little
Haley's
whatever.
legendaries.
Well, look, Haley and Mewtwo have a special bond, okay?
I didn't put a legendary.
Haley's allowed to have Mewtwo. Haley's allowed.
I didn't put Mewtwo on my list. I didn't. Put
Yeah, you could have put Mewtwo
list.
doesn't count because you love him, so it's okay.
I do. I'm in love with him.
But Dad, I love him.
And then the other element is, what was that website, Sarah, you mentioned to me? The cool one where we can judge all of our choices?
Oh, yeah.
PV Pokey.
Yeah, we're going to fight
where
them.
you can put... we're not going to fight them because that would take way too long.
We're not going to fight them. Okay.
But basically, you put your team in of like that you pick, and it'll rate your team on coverage, bulk, safety, and consistency.
Well, mine's going to be terrible.
No, mine's really bad.
Ya. Yeah, mine.
Let me tell you.
Okay, who would like to go first?
I can start.
Kelsey. All right. Let me bring it up here. I like the extra effort you do, Kelsey, with your display of the things. Where did you get this art?
That's really cute.
Of yourself.
It was a little I can't remember if it was Picrew or Doll Divine or one of those sites, but it was like a Pokemon trainer maker site. So I've got a cute
I tried to find
little...
one of those and I couldn't.
That's so cute.
There's not a lot of good ones out there. So I went with all stuff that I actually have plushies of. So my on every team, just because he's kind of a staple of like when I was a kid, I always have to have a Pidgeot if I can, if it's if it's a reasonable thing to get in the game, because I had a Pidgeot as like in my very first playthrough, and I thought he was the coolest looking Pokemon, and he's very, very special boy to me. So this is my Pidgeot named Pigeon.
Aww.
And I also have a little plushie of him.
I loved Pidgeot
and then
Cute.
I figured I should probably have a Pelipper as well. The theme's going to be very obvious to audio listeners very soon, but spoiler alert, it's all birds.
It's all birds.
100% birds. Just because like there's a lot of other Pokemon I like, but I don't know. Like I always gravitate towards bird Pokemon, and the last couple of games I've played, I've been like challenging myself to do all bird teams and seeing how difficult it is. And boy, is it difficult when you reach an electric gym. Let me tell you that.
No.
So, anyways, this is Hank, my Pelipper. Fun fact about Pelipper: he has the ability Drizzle, or he can have that ability. So I felt like that was very Seattle-y. Like
That's cute.
He just makes it drizzle all the time. This is such a weird shaped Pokemon. Like if you look at this thing, it stops making sense very quickly.
That's like Sapphire, right? Because like they had like a lot of round Pokemon, because they had Spheal, they had Wailord or Wailmer.
Yeah.
And those were all just like, what if we just put some things on a circle?
And my next Pokemon, Swablu, also from that generation.
Swablu's so cute.
He's just a little guy. This is my Swablu couch because I lay on him.
I love that.
Because he's got little pillow arms. All of this art is from various I think it's all from Pokemon cards, which is fun.
Cute.
And then I've got Doomer, my Doduo. I feel like having a Doduo or a Dotrio would be really fun. It would be like really chaotic, but I just feel like it would be fun to have like a little ostrich guy with two heads that are always kind of, sometimes one's sleeping, one's awake. I just feel like that would keep it would keep things really interesting. It'd be kind of like having twins, I feel like, except it's a bird.
How come not a Dotrio?
I don't know. Well, actually, at first it was because I thought I only had this plushie, and then after I had made it, I noticed I did have a trio plushie. So, but I also think he's cuter. Like they're both just little guys with head empty. The other one, like Dotrio's kind of like he's perceived the world and he's mad at it. You know what I mean?
More emo.
Yeah, he's angrier, and I feel like these guys, you know, it's very head empty. And then I forgot to get my other 2 plushies, so hang on one second.
I like that she included their nicknames.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Do you guys
my
nickname your Pokemon?
Yeah,
I didn't start nicknaming until I was like an adult.
The ones I want to keep.
I love nicknaming.
The ones that I
keep.
I nickname them now.
This is Airplane the Skarmory. I always like Skarmory. He's like kind of barely a bird. He's more like, I don't know. He looks more dinosaur-y maybe, but I just thought a steel bird was like a really cool concept when this came out. I was like, that's the coolest
sick.
Pokemon.
There's a lot
it's
of cool
a bird made out of
Pokemon.
metal.
Yeah.
And then finally I've got just a little guy. This is my
like
Natu,
that
just
guy.
named 2. Just named 2.
Don't let it
He's just
evolve.
he's a circle.
Keep it small
I don't want him to
forever.
evolve. Yeah, look at how good he is as a circle. They've got some really good circular birds in Pokemon.
Because that was also Sapphire, right?
Circle team.
No, this is Gold and Silver.
Dang.
Yeah, this is not
like
a very
its eyes.
like new
Human
gen
eyes.
friendly team, I'm realizing, but it's only because that's just the plushies I have, not because I hate the new generation.
Are you ready to rate your team?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. I've been typing it in as we went.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna do so good.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm ready.
Rate team. Ooh, we got a B. Coverage. D, unfortunately. This team is highly vulnerable to certain threats.
Yeah.
Probably lightning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty vulnerable.
That lightning will get you.
D for bulk, which I would imagine is just like being able to tank hits.
The weight of the team?
You have a lot of glass cannons,
Yeah.
I feel like, maybe.
Yeah.
Safety is an F, unfortunately, Kelsey. Oh, dear.
I
team
feel
is-
like all these birds would keep me very safe. I don't know what you're talking about.
I use fly and I leave.
Yeah.
Consistency a B.
Okay.
Hey! It has consistent movements. It won't depend on baits often. Okay.
Okay.
Not bad. And it has like a bunch of situations that when you would win against a Stunfisk every time. Look at that.
Oh.
Dead,
That's
dead,
good. I would
dead,
kick
dead.
a Stunfist's butt.
Morpeko full belly also you would destroy. You would absolutely destroy. Look at this, all these stats. That's crazy.
This is
Wow,
like
this is
so
crazy.
analytical.
Yeah, that's the other thing about Pokemon is you can, if you truly want, you can become like, get an engineering degree in Pokemon breeding. Like there's so much to this. Battle
Yeah, I
rate-
never ever cared. When I found out about EVs, guys, at the age of like 18, I was shocked. I was like old when I found out about IVs, EVs, and I was like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I
Kelsey.
don't care.
Electricity would absolutely dump
Electricity
you
would
down.
kill me. Yeah.
You would
I had
muck
a short
the bugs.
stint of. That's true.
You would muck
I had
the
a short
bugs.
stint of like trying to
Ice and
be like pro Pokemon level gamer, and boy, that is a tough thing to do.
Oh yeah.
I was able to get good enough to like, I think it's like getting good at Smash. It's like you can get good enough to like beat all your friends pretty reliably, but then like the next level is so far away, you'll never get there.
I don't know why I'm getting ads for lady diapers. Please ignore.
At least they know you're a woman.
Yeah.
That needs a diaper.
Yeah, at least they know you're a woman
There's
that
pads
needs
in there
diapers.
too, Haley.
Oh,
The catch-all.
I switched ahead to
I
something.
can go next.
Okay, Janet's next.
Because that was mine. Okay, here's my team. This is a team that I really would have and
This is a
probably
cute
try to get.
team.
This is a cute
I'm
team.
gonna go left to right on who I got. We got Typhlosion. Controversy noted. Controversy noted on the
Okay,
fan
only
fiction that was
recent
from the Pokemon
controversy.
Company.
I'm weave.
If you don't know it, don't bother looking it up. Nothing good can come of it.
I would not Google it if I were you, but I wanna say real quick, because there have been some people who are like, wow, I can't believe they were trying to make this canon. I can't believe they're right. No, obviously that was never in any.
No.
This is obviously just a writing exercise. Like this was obviously never considered for the actual game. You
A really
fool.
sick running exercise, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I mean,
yeah, it was just like a weird. It was giving fan fiction, but it came from inside. They write fan fiction inside there. I mean, a lot of games come about that way, I guess. But anyway, Typhlosion. I figured, like Cyndaquil but big. This is also, I like this Pokemon a lot. I tried to have when I play the games, I have many forms of teams. Sometimes I go thematic. So one theme I make that's not represented here, but maybe for a future episode, is like a team of all Mexican Pokemon. Which ones are Mexican? You sense it, So I'll do that for funsies.
That's fun.
But for my regular team, I pick like most loved with a hint of of type diversity. So this is kind of what I represented here. So Typhlosion, it's like we get some fire action in here. It's cool because he can be Cyndaquil at first. And when he grows up, he is kind of just more badass. Like, I don't mind losing the cuteness if you're a badass. So it's like, cool. He's just like big and strong and fun. Lapras, that's our water vibe. Lapras is also so beautiful. This is like the most beautiful, magical friend-shaped friend. I also think there's something about this kind of creature that I really like in games, because I also really like from Mario, like Plessy, which is just like Lapras but dumber looking. So I feel there's something going on there.
It's like Barty the dinosaur Lapras.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's like it's just a buddy who's like floating through the water. So I love Lapras. Then we got Miltank. I fell in love with Miltank when I played Sun and Moon. I nicknamed my Miltank Moo Bear, and doesn't evolve. He just is what he is. And I love Miltank because he ended up being like some of my favorite things to do in games in general, and definitely in Pokemon games, is to drain health from enemies and also to use that to heal myself. I think that's so efficient. It's so fun. And Miltank has Milk Drink, which lets you recover up to 50% of the user's maximum HP. So it's like I would just drink these bitches to death with my fucking Miltank, and it was great. And I know what you're thinking, wait, what? He's a cow. What? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
His nipples are just so big, Janet. It freaks me out.
I always look my Miltank in the eye, so I don't know.
Why are we saying his? Why are we saying his? Obviously a lady.
It's
whatever.
Kind of like Barnyard, the movie. It's like all the cows just have udders, and you don't question it.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just a buddy. I don't know what genders these all have. They're just my friends. Anyway, that's Miltank. Don't worry about the drink thing. I don't know what's going on. Then boom, we get swaggy with it with a Alolan Raichu.
That's cute.
I think we can all relate to, like, you see Pikachu, you love Pikachu. Raichu, I mean, I guess. Like, you know, like the love for Pikachu is so strong, but when Alolan Raichu is the only Raichu that I really like, where it's like aesthetically there's fun there. I think in the anime he was doing something with pancakes. That's kind of fun. And he surfs on his tail. I just want to dance with Alolan Raichu. If I could be doing that right now, my quality of life would double.
I feel like we're taught to not like Raichu, just with what
ever since that one
I always
episode
liked Raichu,
where they forced Pikachu, or almost forced Pikachu to evolve, I've been
Raichus.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this is what brought me back on Raichu, because it's like, oh, now he's cool. He's surfing. He's tan. He's got these beady little blue eyes. I just want to give him a hug. I just want to squeeze him. He's so squeezable.
His white toes. That's cute.
Yeah. He's just having fun. Like, it's just like, that's why I love Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is just like vacation vibes. Like, we're just hanging out. Like, we're not taking things too seriously. Then we get into what people might categorize as a little bit of the freak pit. We got Shroomish.
I love that. I love that.
Love Shroomish. Shroomish is my go-to for, like, when people ask what my favorite Pokemon is Shroomish. He was just so great. And also he's another circle. He's a circle with like a flared skirt on the top of his body. He's great. He's a little grumpy looking, but he's very cute. All his moves speak to me. Absorb, Giga Drain. I love toxic stuff for like Pokemon. Like, again, you can like, I like stuff that where I don't have to work a lot. So it's like Leech Seed or like Giga
the
Drain.
Passive income of Pokemon.
Yes.
Moves.
That's all.
Okay.
Every game in video games, that's what I want to do. I just want to poison people. I want to not work. I want to just think and then not work. And poison and Giga Drain allows me to do that. It's like, and also because I hate using healing items, it's like, I don't need it. Items. I am the item. Like, what are you talking about? Giga Drain? You don't need to heal when you're draining everybody of their life. Yeah. So I literally kept Shroomish. I had him for Alpha Sapphire. I kept him as Shroomish on, I think maybe the whole game, honestly. And I brought him all the way to the end, and the legendary just one-shotted him, even though he was like level 50 or something. It was so sad. And then I had to pull my poor baby from the team because I said, this world, you're too sweet for this world. And I had to bench him for the end, which was so sad because I wanted him in the picture with everybody because he meant so much to me, but he didn't make it. He didn't make it in there. Got to add it in post. And then finally we come home. We end with Gengar. Again, get some ghosties in there. Ghosts are like my favorite, one of my favorite types. And he's cool and he's fun. So it's like, cool. Gengar, I got no beef with you. You're always fun, always a vibe. Great merch.
He's strong.
Great energy.
Great merch.
Yeah.
This feels like a weirdly balanced team.
Yeah.
I think you're going to do pretty good.
This is who I would roll with for real,
Let's
but I'm curious to see
Let's see what she gets.
What they say about my boys.
Let's see. Got your guys in here. Let's rate them up.
Ooh. Okay.
It's not
you got some good grades here.
It's not too bad.
We got a B in coverage. Only a few vulnerabilities to look out for. A D in bulk. So a lot of glass cannons on Janet's team, kind of like Kelsey's team. A C in safety. Somewhat safe matchups. It may have limited safe switch options or struggle with switch advantage. Interesting.
Yeah, that sounds actually really accurate to what happens when I play the games.
And an A in consistency. It will have dependable damage output. Let's see. Let's look into this a little bit more. Ooh, a lot more variety.
My faves.
Primeape will get mushed by you. Torterra will get mushed. Ooh, Dragon might be a tough one for you. Actually, no.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Actually, look at this. Yeah. Like fighting
a
little bit. Bug a little bit. Dark a little bit. But other than that, you could just switch out and you'd be fine. Unlike Kelsey's lightning birds. You have nowhere to go.
Look. It's fine. We just gotta stay away from lightning. It's not that big a deal.
That's fair.
But yeah, if I can, this is the team I'm gonna have in the next game.
This is a solid team.
Like these are like the people where it's like I see you and it's like, oh, you're entering the squad. Now there's other Pokemon I would also pop for in a similar way, but like I've Shroomish guaranteed, and then Miltank probably also. Everybody else, it's like, well, I mean, probably Gengar. Those are probably the top 3 of the 6, but the other ones give good vibes, add good balance.
Lapras has a very high average rating. She's a good Pokemon, apparently, according to the back end of this website. I guess she's pretty tanky. That makes sense.
And I would argue, which Sarah, you might disagree, which is totally valid, that team, no Uggos.
No.
Who's the only one? Shroomish? But he's like meant to be kind of looking,
he's
you know?
the duff. He's the duff.
Yeah,
Right?
he's a cute ugly, you know?
He's pretty.
It's definitely I've taken into consideration balancing team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also no Uggos. That's the other rule to be on my team.
Hashtag no Uggos.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you want to go last or next?
I can go next.
Okay. Team Cutie Patootie.
My Team Cutie
That's so
Patootie.
cute.
Oh, plus some guy.
And plus some guy.
Plus
That's
some
what
guy
Blaziken
is really
is.
the
Blaziken is my guy. So
That's
on my
really
team,
funny.
Well, because we need somebody to do damage, right?
Yeah.
And when I played Pokemon Sapphire,
To protect all the little guys.
yeah, when I played Pokemon Sapphire, I had a bunch of little guys, and it literally was only Blaziken. Like, it was Blaziken against the world.
Blaziken.
You look like you have mom and dad in this.
Yeah, like the Gardevoir's there too. It's like
Yeah,
literally
so you have-
mom and dad and all the kids.
I love
Obviously I have Spheal, who apparently is like
Feels in
just
there.
blanketed one of the worst Pokemon ever.
What?
Spheal
But he's
isn't
precious.
in Gen 9, like, so you can't get Spheal you couldn't get Spheal in Scarlet Violet. He got the axe.
You got the axe.
Which is weird because there's so much Spheal branding. Like, I have like the giant Spheal plush.
He's
and I
so
have, like, all
cute.
the he's so cute.
Another
And
great
I have
circle.
I have the little Spheal plush too. Yeah, another great circle. And then he's not in the modern generation anymore. So I'm like, why would they do this to him? He's adorable. And then I have Mousehold, I think is my favorite of like the modern Pokemon. I think it's so funny. I love that they don't evolve. The family just grows.
Yeah, why family of
think
4
that's incredible.
instead of 3?
Because like then you get 2 little babies,
That's
you know?
cute. That's cute.
I like that you get 2 little babies. And then we have my Ride or Die Esper. I think Esper is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Love that little guy. Love that he holds the power of an atomic bomb in his mind. And like the reason he looks like that is because he's like fighting untold horrors inside himself, which I think is just an amazing lore background for Esper. Amazing Pokemon. And then the other one I really like is Cottony. I really like grass type Pokemon just across the board. Like, I love all the grass type Pokemon, but they're not that, they are good, but they're not great. But it's like, I love to do like the, what is it called? Like the powder, like the paralyzed powder into the leech seed.
Yeah.
Or they're like, they're slept and they're leech seeded, or they're paralyzed and they're leech seeded.
You're speaking my language, Sarah. Let's go.
Like I really like to do that. But like the thing about Cottony is I love Cottony, and I dragged it around with me, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't evolving. But into Whimsicott, which is like even more adorable Pokemon, but I didn't realize you have to give it a Sunstone. So I was just grinding up my Cottony for hours and hours and hours, and I didn't realize it needed a Sunstone. And then Gardevoir. Gardevoir is like one of my longtime favorite Pokemon. But I did have like a rocky relationship with her when she got like Rule 34'd on the internet. I feel like I couldn't ask. I had like a really rough time with that when I was like, oh yeah, Gardevoir is like one of my favorite Pokemon, and then I felt like I couldn't tell people about that anymore because everyone like immediately, you know, because like men ruin things, right? And they ruined My Little Pony and they ruined Gardevoir, and I was like, oh damn. But I've decided I still like Gardevoir. Okay, she's safe with me.
Yeah, reclaim it.
She's safe with me. Damn it.
Yeah, don't let them ruin that.
You gotta buy a life-size one to save her.
Well, that's what Blaziken's here for, you know? He's gonna punch and kick anyone who looks at her wrong.
This is selling me on Blaziken. I feel like Blaziken's a lot cooler than I
Blaziken
thought.
is a defender of women and cutie patooties.
I don't like
for real.
I don't like his crotch hair.
Leave his chicken crotch hair alone.
Oh.
Well, would you prefer it not be hidden by fluff? Would
but
you
I like that
his be swinging out there, no fluff,
look like
nice and smooth,
funky pants. Like I'm a fan of like a nice flared pant.
Yeah,
and it looks like he has
I do want
on.
his pants.
He does.
Like I don't.
They should sell these for the Pokemon store.
Oh, that would be sick.
Let me buy stuff.
That would be.
But yeah, I really like Torchic. I thought was so cute, and then Torchic grew up and like he wasn't the Pokemon I wanted, but he was the Pokemon I needed to get through Pokemon Sapphire. So we're ride or die, me and Blaziken.
I love the super long hair too. It's kind of like giving like Sephiroth if he was like fighting for good, you know?
Yeah, he's chicken Sephiroth.
That's why Sarah likes it. She didn't even realize.
Yeah, it's a long hair. But yeah, so this is and it's not a winning team. It's actually a really garbage team.
I think you have like two. I mean, you have two really good
fun.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
You got some interesting mixes here. Let's rate it up. See what we get. Ooh. That's some D's and some F's. Coverage, we got a D. Vulnerable to certain threats. Low bulk. I guess you have like a Cottony and an Esper, which are pretty little.
It's mostly because a lot aren't evolved.
So that's a D as well. Unfortunately, your safety is an F, Sarah. You're not safe while you're playing the games. You're absolutely not safe.
You're not safe with mom and dad.
You would rely heavily on winning the lead and lining up perfect counters. Consistency is an A. You'll have dependable damage output.
Nice.
All right. You would win against a lot of a Corviknight. You would.
I wish it would tell you which Pokemon it is though. Like you can tell me if it's just Blaziken.
That's winning all these. That would be this.
Yeah.
So you're winning. Like,
wait,
honestly,
it thinks Spiel is gonna win all of these?
Look at the Cottony.
Hell
Cottony is a win.
What is happening?
Across the board. And then one loss against Gastrodon, which is so fair. Morpeko full belly, it would lose. Let's look at these ratings. The highest rated Pokemon on your team is... How is it Esper?
The bomb, right? Inside his brain.
How is it Esper? What?
I don't know if I can trust all these graphs. Just because you've got graphs doesn't mean they mean much. You know what I mean?
Your lowest
That's what show and tell's based
Cottony.
on, just like the flair of the presentation.
Yeah. In terms of typing, poison is going to be a problem for you. 50-50
I feel like I'm not like the doctor, you know, like, you're
this blood work is not good, Sarah.
Yeah, looking at this blood work, you really need to work on, you know, your heart health. It's not going well.
Yeah, poison's bad for you if you didn't know that beforehand.
Dragon
is you're good against dragons.
Okay.
You're gonna be effective against dragons, no worries there. Flying is a problem, so don't mess with Kelsey.
We can't reach. They're all like under like 1 foot.
Yeah, true. All right, well, so far Janet's mucking our butts in terms of, that's an awful phrasing. So far Janet is winning with a cool Pokemon group. I don't know. Mucking your butt is not a phrase I'd ever have said. okay,
There's a first time for everything.
There's a first time for everything. I actually have to go to Haley's story because one time my partner commissioned my dream Pokemon team as actual art.
Oh my god.
I know, isn't this cute? And he knew that these were my favorite. He didn't even have to ask. I was so impressed. He won a lot of good boy points with this. So these are my favorite Pokemon.
Good boys take note.
I have probably one of my, like, you can see there's a lot of like Gen 1 Pokemon, but just like slight variations. I do love Gen 1. More newer ones I love Mudsdale. She's so cool. She's like one of the heaviest Pokemon. She's just a thick queen. She's so strong. Whenever I see her, I use her. I just headcanon that I'm riding her everywhere. She has cool braids. She's got like huge legs with like these safety cones on them. They're kind of giving like 70s vibes almost.
Little leg warmers.
Little leg warmers. Growlithe's one of my favorite Pokemon. I also love Arcanine, but there's something about Growlithe. Like in the anime, whenever Officer Jenny would have like her Growlithe with her running around, I was like, yippee! I just like loved that. So I have a Growlithe. Leafeon's my favorite. Eevee evolution.
Nice.
I just think it looks so cute.
That's a good pick.
Yeah,
that's a
whimsical pick.
That's a gentleman's pick. Gentle ladies.
Ladies pick. The ombre of the leaf on the, like, I always was mad that it's shiny. It wasn't like autumn colors. Wouldn't that be the perfect shiny of all time? I think about that regularly. Rapidash is my favorite Pokemon of all time, but I particularly love Galarian Rapidash, the fairy typing, because I just think she looks
that one was goated.
So beautiful.
Some of those Galarian forms were stupidly nice.
Yeah, Galarian Pokemon go hard. The versions there, I loved them. But I really loved her, so I remember running around in that mushroom forest forever until I got a Galarian Ponyta.
Yeah,
and I finally got her. Gyarados is also one of my favorites. Every single Pokemon game I play through, I always have a Gyarados. I don't know. It's just, I love the thought of like Ugly Duckling to baddest god, like badass god. Like he's just like the stupidest little flippy fucker. And then as soon as he evolves, he could murk anyone. I like that story. I like what that's trying to tell. And I also, whenever I can, I always get a red Gyarados. And what do I name it? I always name it Clifford. That's what I do. So
the big red fish.
Clifford the red fish. And then I also love Mimikyu. That's more recent. I don't know why. Like the last few Pokemon games, I've really fallen in love with Mimikyu. It's a strong Pokemon in general, but like its story is so sad. I don't know if you saw like the anime, but it like Meowth talks to him a lot, and he'll just be like, "Jesus Christ, this Pokemon's fucked up." Like he has like horrible stories of just like it wants to be Pikachu and feel loved.
Yeah.
And it's this horrible beast under this little like fake Pikachu hat. And it just wants to be loved. So I always have one on my team and I treat him like he should be treated.
This sounds like your D&D character, Haley, that you made Weeder or Chat.
But yeah, this is my team.
Monster.
He's a horrible monster. But I love him. So that's my team.
That's so cute.
Yeah. It always ends up being, I don't necessarily use that team perfectly every time. Like, you know, because sometimes Mudsdale won't be in the game or something like that. But I try to stick to that core group. Let me go. And I guess let me see my score. I have a feeling Janet's still going to beat me because I think my
some type diversity in there.
I have some type diversity, but like a base level Growlithe is not going to help me too much. 5-6. I feel like that won't help too much. Decent, but not better than Janet. So I have decent coverage. Covers most top meta threats. That's a B. D on bulk, which I'm surprised.
None of us have bulk, right? None of us.
Mudsdale is bulky as hell, and now I guess Gyarados is not that bulky, even though he's huge. He can get taken down pretty easy. So I have a D there. I have a D in safety. I'm like Sarah. I rely on winning the lead and staying in first. And then A. Does it just give you A in consistency unless you pick like 5 Meowths or something? Like what is? I feel like this is the gimme stat.
I guess if you pick a lot of Pokemon who have moves that are like low hit chances,
I see.
That would go down on consistency.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Wigglytuff would be a 50-50 fight. I would murk a Furret. That's good to know. Jellicent. Lapras, I would destroy your Lapras. Sorry, Janet.
No,
I love her too.
Mine would stay alive because it loved me, you know. And it says, "Oh,
I love
the power of friendship."
Remember when they would like with the tear in its eye, it holds on.
I know.
And, like, I'd be like screaming.
I love the tear.
My best Pokemon in terms of just stat is Gyarados. That's kind of expected.
Nice.
Yeah. They're all kind of similar though.
Yeah,
These like big water Pokemon are just goated.
Yeah. What would be my most dangerous one? Flying? Kelsey, leave me alone. I wouldn't do great.
See,
against
look, so my
flying.
team might have gotten bad ratings, but it would kick all your teams.
Yeah, I don't have any electric on my team. Janet's with electric.
Yeah. Do I have any Pokemon that can learn electric moves? I can learn Wild
Yeah, but
Charge.
I'm just too busy dancing to fight anybody.
Yeah. Interesting. Water's 50-50. Poison, I'm not doing the greatest. Ice, not the greatest. Ghost, I'm really not doing well. And I'm doing good on fighting. I'll fuck you up if you got a Mankey or whatever. Primate.
Well, I don't, so.
But I don't.
Well, I feel like this has made us smarter, which means that we're very primed for the next segment, which is, of course, Pokemon trivia.
This is too big. Wait.
This is our challenge mode, obviously.
That was a good segue.
Thank you. Thanks. So,
So
Haley, I have to ask, because Haley's always our like trivia and, you know, quizzes and get these fun things together person. Did you write all these questions, or did you find you wrote all these questions? Oh my gosh, so high effort.
Is that why you include the Esper in this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know you like it. Okay.
What a good selection of Pokemon too. This is like a good crew. You got Tangle on here.
Yeah, this is a lot of the Pokemon, Kelsey, that you and I put in our
War Turtle.
when we came up with the Pokemon teams for everybody.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
All right, let's start. And I was thinking you guys could work as a team. And then we'll see if all of you win or if all of you lose. 50% is a passing grade, and there are 12 questions.
Oh, wow. They're going to be that hard?
Maybe. We'll
I
see.
mean, not for me, obviously.
Not for-
Genius.
Pokegenius over
Not for
here.
me, who found out what IVs and EVs were when I was like 18.
Okay, question
in
number
Pokemon
1.
Stadium 2, there was like
Ooh, the
a
animations are
quiz
nice.
section thing, and I used to practice in that.
Oh. This one's Porygon, right?
Okay, so...
Yeah, what Pokemon triggered seizures in viewers during the sole broadcast of Season 1, Episode 38 of the anime are...
A, Raichu. B, Beedrill. C, Porygon. Or D, Pikachu. Viewers at home, play along!
Okay, hang on. I think this is a trick question. Because it is the Porygon episode, but I thought it was like Pikachu causing the seizures. Like doing the... Or did Porygon do the... I just thought it was like an electric effect thing that went quickly from like red and blue and yellow that caused the seizures. Do you have trick questions in this, Haley?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know the answer to this, so I'm gonna let y'all cook.
I'm okay to go with Porygon if we're not positive about that.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure. Because I also thought, Pikachu with the effects was the most likely. But I distinctly remember, like, one of those, like, did you know gaming
Yeah.
where they were like,
it definitely is the Porygon episode.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's Porygon the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let's go with Porygon.
But
let's just do it. Let's go with Porygon.
Just to have faith, you know?
Is this your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are correct. It's Porygon.
Yay!
The sole broadcast of the I forget the name of it's like some Dujo something Porygon. It only aired in Japan, and it gave a bunch of children seizures because it was bright flashing between blue and red light, which is, I think, the light colors that would start a seizure.
Oh my god!
And they're trying to climb on a Porygon and fly out of this factory, and it's like exploding behind them, and it was like bing, 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 bing. Obviously not showing it off on screen for audio listeners. I'm not a masochist. But good job. Cute too. I don't even know if it must be available online somewhere. Next question. That was a bit of a warm-up. Who's the heaviest Pokemon? A, Mega Metagross. B, Cosmiome. C, Groudon. D, Primal Groudon.
It's Cosmome, I'm pretty sure.
Isn't it?
I was thinking of Cosmome because the way the universe
like gravity or something.
Yeah, he's like a black hole, I think.
Yeah.
I was just drawn to that one. I don't actually have like an understanding of their weights.
I thought that there was some logic
that one spoke
behind
to
it.
me.
Yeah,
By it being a universe, that it's like
yeah.
infinite
If
gravity
the universe
or
isn't
something.
heavier than everything else, I think that's bullshit.
Because the universe contains Groudon and Mega Metagross.
That's what I was thinking. It's like because I do think Pokemon, even though they kind of play fast and loose with some of their like flavor text, they do kind of commit to like the fun factitude of the Pokemon logic. So I feel like that has to be like stupid heavy.
Yeah, we're going with Cosmoem, or however you pronounce that.
That is correct. Cosmoem is tied with Celestella at 2,204.4 pounds.
What the heck is
that? Doesn't sound like the way to the universe.
That feels like not heavy enough.
That feels like a fake Pokemon.
That's like a truck.
That's about a truck.
Is Cosmo
or like
whatever?
Is
that like an evolution? Is that an evolution of like Nebby or whatever?
I actually
like,
don't know.
It's like a separate.
I don't know.
That's an Alolan
one. Oh, is
it?
Okay.
I like this thing. It's like funky.
The Pokemon Alola anime was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I liked it.
Just throw that out there.
I loved Sun and Moon, but I thought the plot of it was insane. It's like you have your mom is abusive, and you get to the end of the game, and it's like, well, if you just love her hard enough, she'll love you back.
Is that
well? Some kids even believe in that, Kelsey.
I don't think that's a good thing. That's not a healthy thing for them to be learning. Don't learn that if your mom doesn't love you, it's just because you're not trying hard enough to love her.
All right. Who? Question number 3. Who does Brock end up with at the end of the anime? A. Nurse Joy. B. Officer Jenny. C. Professor Ivy. Or D. No one. He's an incel.
I don't know. Is it D?
I have no idea.
I don't remember him ending up with anybody, but then I remember like.
But I feel like he would though, right? It's like.
He doesn't strike me as someone who'd love cops.
I was thinking
he's not white,
Officer
so
Jenny. I mean, Kelsey, I got some bad news for you about the things that run through our communities. It's not always great. It's not always great.
I feel like if there is an answer, I think it's Nurse Joy. That feels like someone who would put up with him.
But I don't know. I don't remember him ending up with anyone.
No, but I want to believe he's not an incel.
Retconned. I feel like it was no one. Unless are we like retconning? Is it like Pokemon released in a manga?
No, it's the anime.
The end of which anime though?
The main TV show anime.
Then
this had 100 seasons.
No, the one that where Ash finished finally.
Not the one, but not the one that he ages up and becomes like a gym leader, right?
No. Just the end of the one that has started since we were 10. And
then I'm going to say no.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to go no one also.
Is this your final
answer? That's fine with me.
Okay.
But I'm going to judge you guys
to lose if we need to.
The answer is no one!
No!
No bitches!
No bitches. I definitely think because like he becomes like a gym leader, right?
He starts as a gym leader.
He's always been a gym leader.
Oh. Well, he's not really doing a great job.
He leaves his gym like immediately. He does shack up with Professor Ivy for numerous seasons.
I thought so.
So that's why I put Professor Ivy on there, thinking one of you would remember that.
She was very specific, but I wouldn't remember that.
Okay. We just remember that he has no bitches. What Pokemon dies if it stops moving?
Oh, that's horrible.
A.
I didn't need the multiple choice for this one. I just know.
Oh, B. Clang. C. Hitmontop. Or D. Togekiss.
It's Spoink. I don't even need multiple choice.
Is that where final?
I was drawn to Spoink. I mean, I'm down for Spoink just because Kelsey knows it.
I was drawn to Spoink.
Yeah, I was like, that feels the right answer.
It's in his Pokedex entry, I'm pretty sure.
It's Spoink.
Yeah.
This is another really cute Pokemon. Does he evolve into?
Yeah, he
evolves Sarah,
into
this feels like a Pokemon you would have.
I think it's the name of his evolution.
But he evolves into something ugly.
Yeah.
Spoink evolution. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's not very cute.
We need, like, this would be really messed up, but we need, like, freaking, what's the thing where it's like you can have a skin, but it's like you have the stats of another thing? We need that for Pokemon, because, like, I want the regular version, but I want the power of the fancy one.
True or false? The direction of the swirl in the Poliwag evolution line denotes its gender.
True, right?
I don't know this.
I
didn't know it switched directions.
Or is this a, maybe this is a trick question where it's like it denotes something but not gender? But my gut said this was true. Kelsey?
My gut says this is false, but I don't have
but your gut is better than mine. Let's
Oh
just
my
go
god!
with false,
Oh,
then.
not really. I have tummy aches all the time.
Kelsey, let's be real video game information. I'm gonna go with Kelsey said.
I feel like they weren't doing gender things back then.
Let's go with false because maybe it denotes something.
Yeah,
but not
I
the
thought
gender.
it just changed direction as it evolves. I thought it just starts one way
That might
and
be
then
true.
goes the other way.
That's probably true. Let's
But
go with false then.
I don't know how much I believe that, but let's do it.
Your answer is false?
False. Yeah.
We did
That's
it.
correct.
Yay!
So the sprite has it switching back and forth across games, and they don't seem to care at all about the direction of the spiral.
Oh, they just don't care.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
they don't
made
care.
I made up that problem potentially.
That was a good
That's a good
one.
problem, though.
Thank you.
That felt real to me.
Yeah,
good.
this is a good.
It feels like
good
something
quiz.
they would have thought of. All right,
Yes, totally,
next one.
totally.
Which Pokemon has the fewest cards in the Pokemon trading card game in English?
Wait, the one with the fewest isn't on here.
Yeah, it is.
What?
A, Yamask, B, Comfy, C, Cubfu, or D, Tyrant.
I'm leaning Cubfu, but I really thought Mantike only had one card. I thought that was like
in a newer set he got a full illustration rare.
Oh, he finally got another one.
Right, I
Okay.
remember seeing a clip
leaning-
about that.
Oh. I'm also leaning
So
Kung
just-
Fu mostly because I don't like its vibe. So I feel like it wouldn't.
I'm leaning
be
that
on
way
a lot
because
of
I feel like
cards.
Kelsey would know what's going on with these cards.
I've seen more than one Yamask card. I'm almost positive. Tyrant feels insane to have only one.
I've seen a bunch of Comfy, and by Comfy I mean that's the only one I care about. So if I know of them, there must be multiple.
Let's go with Cubfu.
I feel like we're wrong. I didn't like
That's
the way she
correct.
looked. Oh, thank God.
Yes.
Only one Cubfu card. And it's just a basic
Wow.
ass card. Isn't that sad?
Ooh.
That's all he needs. I don't.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, that's mean. I thought
I'm
we
not
were
a
all gonna
fan.
Say, poor guy.
He's okay. I like him fine.
You guys
He's
have
kinda like a
getting
bear.
50% correct, so you've
Not
passed
to
the
say, but-
class.
Oh my
Yay.
god.
Giving Pal World to me a little.
Do we get a
bit.
special
Wow.
prize if we special prize if we just like ace this whole thing? We haven't gotten a question wrong yet, right?
If you get every single one right, whenever you all come to Halifax, I'll make you a Shrek's crack.
I hope you would
Oh,
do that
yay.
anyway.
She's gonna do it
yeah, hold on,
anyway.
yeah,
This
wait
is
a
a
minute.
fake prize.
Oh, I know.
Maybe if we get them all right, maybe Haley will finally give us that kiss on the forehead we've all been waiting for. So
Oh, you'll all have to
A little
line
behind
up.
the ear scratch too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay, guys, don't
Which
fuck this up for me.
Which is the only Pokemon who could potentially unevolve/devolve? They use that word in a bunch of different ways. A, Slowbro. B, Raichu. C, Golduck. Or D, Wobbuffet.
It's Slowbro, because if that
yeah, I
thing
was
comes
gonna
off
say-
its tail, it devolves.
It's
Oh,
just a slow
okay.
poke, yeah.
That thing on its tail like gives it sentience or its brains, right? Like it bites it and suddenly it has thought,
Like
and
a-
consciousness.
It's like an outer parasite.
Yeah,
Mm.
A Slowbro, final answer.
it's Slowbro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the way she's saying.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's not correct, I'll fight you.
If the
Aw,
shelter
Slowpoke. I
stops
love
biting
Slowpoke.
the Slowpoke, it turns back into Slowbro turns back
Poke.
into Slowpoke.
I love Slowpoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a fun little
Although,
guy.
Yeah, he is fun, yeah.
fun fact, Executor could drop one of its eggs, technically, but then that would just become a new Execute. It's not devolving, because the Executor still exists, if that makes sense.
Mm.
One of its eggs can fall and become its own.
Wouldn't it crack?
Oh.
I don't know.
It's
Let's
real
keep-
strong. These are special eggs.
Let's keep going.
How old is Ash by the end of the anime?
Oh fuck!
A, 10,
Oh.
B, 11, C, 12, D, 14.
Do you mean like that? Didn't they recently just end the anime?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 14 then, because I think he started when he was like.
How's
I
this
don't know how
guy a
they're
Pokemon
10.
Master at 14?
better than a Pokemon Master at 10.
I guess.
I have no idea
Man.
on this at all.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know the
started
vibe.
at 10.
No clue.
He's clearly
Yeah.
had more than a year's worth of adventures, but I mean, TV rules don't necessarily mean.
But then by that
real
logic,
life.
is he still 10?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, probably not, though. We can go with this 14.
All right.
'Cause he's
This
in,
might
like,
be
high
our
school
first one we
now.
get wrong.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
12,
that's okay.
the 10, 11, 12 jump to 14, I feel like is suspicious, but
It's suspicious.
I did that to be very suspicious.
well, why would you do that?
Let's go with 14.
Use your
To
brain.
be suspicious, she
Why
just told
would
you.
I do that? Why would I do that?
Because you don't want to kiss us on the forehead.
Exactly correct. Now, what is your final
One tier
answer?
goes down.
We'll go with 14.
I hope it's 14.
14, yeah.
If it's not, that's ridiculous.
He stays 10 throughout the entire
yeah,
What?
fucking
No,
asshole.
no, he doesn't. That's a 14-year-old boy.
He stays 10
Yeah,
throughout
damn.
the
I thought this
entire
was
anime.
honestly fair game because I'm like, he's either definitely 14 or still 10.
That guy's changed his hat 8 times over the course of being 10. Where are you getting this money for hats?
He has grown internally, but not externally. Next question. Which of these Pokemon is literally a dead kid? A. Mimikyu. B. Litwick. C. Shedinja. D. Phantump.
I think
This is another one where I did not
think it's
need
a
the multiple choice. It's Phantump.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Final answer?
Yes.
Final answer.
You guys trust Kelsey so much with
No, I know it's
Correct. It is
I gotta be honest, I didn't
Phantump.
know it was Phantom, but
Yeah,
I went
Sarah
down to
said
like
it
the
before I
last
did.
2. Yeah.
Good job, you guys.
And I trust everyone
feel
more
like-
than me when it comes to this, so it's pretty easy for me to do this.
Children
I feel like
die
I fell
in the
down
woods, and they go into stumps, and then they become
I love his little
Phantom.
arms.
But then why can you breed them? Why can you put it with a Ditto and it makes
Because
more
they
of them?
become-
Did a
they
kid die
become
again?
Pokemon.
Because
They
children,
become a new life form.
when they become Pokemon, there's no age of consent. Apparently, you can do whatever you want. That's what you're implying.
Yeah, Kelsey, you need to be afraid of the questions you ask in the company you keep.
I don't even know how that's related.
It's the company you keep a dig at me. Was that a dig at me while you were digging at Kelsey?
I'm just saying, all of us.
Who is the first Pokemon Ash caught in the anime? A. Pidgey. B. Squirtle. C. Caterpie. Or D. Krabby.
I think it's
it's either
Caterpie.
A or C, right? Yeah.
Because the Pidgeys attack him first. I think he doesn't get one till after
yeah,
he
I
has
think you're
the
right.
Caterpie.
I think
I
it's definitely
trust Kelsey.
Caterpie. Yeah, I feel like I remember him like creeping up on him and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like
C.
he sees a Pidgey first, but I think Caterpie is the first one he catches.
Is that your final answer?
Caterpie's also easier to catch than Pidgey. Pidgey's all final answer.
That is correct. He catches his
Yeah.
little Caterpie.
And he
Oh,
loves it. That's what becomes his Butterfree tee, right?
Yes, that's his
Yeah.
Butterfree from the Bye
Yeah,
Bye
and that's why
Butterfree
he's like, "I love
episode.
you because you're my friend."
And Misty hates it, and she like is like,
Yeah,
ew,
'cause
you
it's a
Yeah, she thinks it's
I
nasty.
can't,
It's a
I
bug.
can't blame her. Look at
She's
it.
like a bug.
Yeah.
Ew. Yeah.
Caterpie.
And he's slimy.
What are the full odds of
Excuse
encountering a
me?
shiny Pokemon? 1 in 1,001, 1 in 2,033, 1 in 4,096, 1 in 14,641.
Guys, I think I know this. I think it's C.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. I'm cool with that.
I have no clue.
I don't think it's as high as 14,000, but it's definitely more than the first two.
Okay.
So
Final
I'm
answer?
gonna go with C. 4,000. 1 in 4,096.
That's correct!
Whoa!
Yeah.
1 in
I know my stuff.
4,096. So if you walk out and do a loop and see 4,096 Pokemon, one will be shiny.
Wow.
I mean,
Logic.
what a good use of
Statistically, not
people's
literally.
time.
It will literally be that. Next question. Finish the Poke Rap. Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Fearow. A. Ghastly. B. Pidgey. C. Drowsy. D. Krabby.
Guys, I honestly God don't. I don't know
Ghastly?
the Poke Rap.
Oh,
Is it
I
Ghastly?
think it's,
It sounds-
I think
if-
it's Ghastly.
It fits the best.
But
So I think it's
Sing
gonna
it
be
out.
Krabby, though.
Sing it out. I
No,
wanted
it
you
doesn't,
guys
though.
to
It
sing
doesn't
this
fit,
out.
though.
Test. That's why I put
Electro,
it-
Yeah.
Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Fearow. Ghastly?
Ghastly, yeah, because Krabby, it sounds bad. Krabby, it's like, oh no, it's like Ghastly has the the euphony to it.
But
So I'm
don't
gonna
they
say
rap
Ghastly.
all the Pokemon in the Poke Rap? Or
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the first 2 sentences of the Poke Rap.
I'm so sorry.
I like the
Everyone
part
needs
that's
to
like,
rap.
on my night, slow poke.
Yeah,
That's the best
Yeah, I'm gonna say
That part's
Ghastly. let's just put all the money on Ghastly.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
That is incorrect.
It's
It's
crap.
Pidgey.
Whoa!
What?
Okay, well, it's a bad rap anyway.
I was never gonna guess
Electro,
Pidgey.
Diglett,
That's
Nidoran,
dumb.
Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Fearow, Pidgey.
No, it's awful. They should be fired.
It's not a good song.
I'm kidding. That's a joke. I want people to keep their jobs. Leave me
They're
alone.
all dead, Janet. They're all dead by now. Don't worry.
I don't think they are.
Which
They're not
Pokemon does Haley hate the most?
I know.
Oh.
A.
Read them first, yeah.
Toxapex. B. Dragovish, Arctovish, Arctozolt, and Dragozolt, all tied for last, all 4 of them. C. Conkeldurr. Or D. Calyrex.
Oh, you hate all
I
these.
think
it's
I know the
Calyrex.
answer.
I
I
was
think it's
I'm not sure.
Calyrex.
I think it's Calyrex.
Yeah, because of the big head.
My
that you can, like,
my
pop.
least favorite is Conkeldurr.
Oh, wow.
Um,
I hate him as well.
but I think Calyrex. I think Haley loves her horses, and I think seeing a weird 2-legged, needle-legged little weird horse with a giant growth on his head would disgust her.
Specifically, the head, I think, is
Yeah.
what pisses her off.
It's one of the ugliest
I feel like
things
I've heard her
ever
talk
seen.
about that the head
Yeah,
was
I've heard her
like,
talk about it.
He
He
looks like a lollipop. He should
Yeah,
not
well,
exist.
all in on D, I feel like.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Is that final answer?
yeah.
To be loved is to be seen. The answer is Pipple and Calyrex! Kill him.
This
kill
art
him
is
with
really
fire.
intense.
It's an
The amount
art
of work you put into
Calyrex
this
being
art
murdered.
Of the knife
Yo.
going into his body. It reminds me of like when Michael Scott on The Office made that movie and he like has Toby's head exploding and it has like the most money he spent on the movie. It's just that scene. That's what this gives.
I hate Calyrex I hate all those other Pokemon I showed you, but I really hate Calyrex because he's always standing at this weird, awkward 3/4 camera stance where he has these awkward head arms and then a giant zit sitting on top. And completely true, I hate when he rides those beautiful horses. Get off! You don't deserve them. You're ugly. Get off. I hate him. He's my least favorite by a mile. I hate him so.
Yeah, get him.
You guys only got 2
That's what I
wrong.
Yay!
Oh, that's the whole thing. Wow. Okay.
That's the
I
whole
feel.
thing.
I'm just really glad that we got your least favorite Pokemon correct. That felt like
Yeah.
the most important question in the
Yeah.
That
game.
was a really important
Yeah.
question. You could argue that was the only question that mattered to me, and I
Yeah.
stuck it in at the end. Good job, you guys. You guys
Wow.
are Poke Masters. Write that
That
down.
was
We
so
did
good.
it.
Yeah.
They
I feel
get
like
Shrek's
getting-
crack.
This feels a
The no
lot.
forehead kiss.
And a little forehead kiss.
This just feels
No,
a
we
lot
didn't know
better than we've done at any other quiz. So I'm feeling
That's
pretty proud
true.
of ourselves.
I like making you guys quizzes. It's fun.
I would have done so much worse if left to my own devices. So thank you guys for carrying.
Thank you for making multiple choice.
Yeah.
If
What
it
am I going to
wasn't multiple
say?
choice, I would
Who's
not
the
know.
heaviest Pokemon? You guys have to name it? That's insane. You gotta have some options.
There's some of these where I just like kind of feel like I would have gotten it anyways.
Yeah,
I don't doubt
I
that
agree, 'cause-
because it was like you were done reading the slide before the animations were done, and you'd be like, "Oh, it's A." And I was like, "Damn it, I didn't trick her enough." Only the ones that I completely made up lore were the ones that tripped you up even a little bit, Kelsey. Like where I just made up a problem with the Poliwag line, or you know what I mean, like where it doesn't even.
Or
exist.
the anime. I don't know anything about the anime other than like the first few episodes that
Yeah.
you know I watched over and over as a kid and have
I
inscribed
feel like I
in
should
my
have known that he
soul.
was 10 though, because it was a big deal when he finally beat the Pokemon League, and they were like, "And he's still 10." And everybody was like, "He's still 10."
Yeah, that's weird. They
Oh.
should
yeah. I also
Oh,
feel like I should
yeah.
have known that too. But
He should have been a
I
teen
don't know.
by then. That
He just
Yeah.
looks older
weird.
than 10 now. Like I feel like
does.
they aged him up visually a little bit.
Yeah, but that time doesn't exist in Pokemon anime apparently.
Damn,
well.
he's doing a lot.
Yeah.
He's done so much
He's gonna
in
be
so
on
little
that Pokemon
time.
30 under 30 for 30 years.
20 under 10. Well, 10 under 10.
Okay, I think it is time for us to stop talking about Pokemon and talk instead about some people's problems for Ping Pals, which is our community advice column where we answer your questions, your burning problems that you have in your life, and we solve them for you. Hopefully.
Not guaranteed.
It feels pretty guaranteed. It's like I feel
results may
like
vary.
we're
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Pew Pew Bang girlies. Last week, Haley mentioned putting out positivity in the world and complimenting others helped her with her own internal negative emotions. I have always strived to do something like that, but consistently run into one big barrier. I'm a man. Even though I'm a gay man, going out of my way to compliment others, especially women, always makes me think it will come off too flirtatious or creepy. Thus, I end up probably coming off as cold to others instead. Do you have any advice on how you like to approach complimenting others? Also, as a certified hag with a bunch of gay besties, does Haley have any advice she's learned from her male friends of the rainbow variety? Best from wrongfully aloof in Wisconsin.
I'm weak. They literally call me their F slur hag. I'm not going to say it on the podcast. That's my designation.
Oh, that's what that was referencing.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I see.
They know.
I didn't know there were designations.
They know the verbiage, of course.
I was confused because, like, hag is, like, sometimes a compliment among women, but it's just, like, you're kind of old and you don't give a fuck anymore. So I was like, that feels like a weird thing to call someone. No, but I get it now.
It's very loving when coming from a gay man, so I appreciate the designation.
I was like, have a great summer.
It's hags.
I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I can always tell when I'm getting a compliment from a gay man over a straight man, because it's not. It's usually to do with effort I put into myself that straight men normally don't notice, I feel like, is the distinction there. And also the other thing to think about too is, like, don't feel the need to just do it because you're trying to check a box. Like, the only time I really do the compliment thing is if I notice somebody put effort in, and then I note, and my brain thinks, oh, I noticed that, I might as well say something and make them feel better. Like, don't just be like, I have to say to 10 people today, like, your shoes, when you don't actually look at their shoes. You know what I mean? I think that's how it'll come off genuine, is like, you turn a corner and a girl's dressed really cute. You're like, your outfit's so cute. And she'll go, thanks, because you notice that she put effort into it and she's not just wearing jeans and a t-shirt and you said that to her randomly on the corner of a street. You know what I mean? I think that kind of helps with the distinction in my brain.
Yeah, I think as the advice kind of always holds true, that's just like, if you're complimenting on a thing that they have control over, that always comes across better.
Yeah,
you know, like how they've styled their hair, what they're wearing, what their nail color is, like, you know, just anything that they have some sort of, like, they did the input into it. I think I'm trying to think of, like, things that don't count for that, but I think that's pretty universal. Like, anything like that always comes across as, I mean, I guess you can say things in creepy ways, I guess. Like, if you go, hey, I like your outfit, like, that's creepy. But, like, if you just say it like a normal person, I think you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, things like, you smell great. I could see that coming across as too. That is something that she can control, but your delivery of "you smell great" could be very different depending. And
I'd be like, I don't want to be like, hey, how gay are you delivering that line? Because if it came across,
great, like, no,
yeah, like, I can tell that it's, you know, not a threat and not intended to be, not intended for something to come out of the other side of that compliment, you know?
Yeah.
You can still compliment smell without having to, like, do a voice about it. You can just be like, oh, what, like, it's all about just how you say it, I think. It's just, it's like, oh, that smells great. What perfume is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, rather than, I mean, even if you just omit the word you, I think that helps a little bit.
And I think if you compliment and then leave,
that
the issue is sometimes they'll compliment and then linger, and I'm like,
what do you want?
And it's clear that there's more to be had from that.
Yeah.
Not telling you to compliment and then immediately, like, run away from someone. Like, if you're in line with someone, don't compliment and then just, like, run away. But, like, you can usually tell, you know, not that, like, compliments are bad, but you can tell when it's a compliment to just start a conversation into something that I don't want to know what the end of is.
Yeah, that's really key. Is if it's a rapid fire compliment, they have 5 seconds to think about it and go, oh, thanks. And then you're already gone by the time they register that I just got a compliment. There won't be any follow-up thought of, and what would you like? Because it's already done and you're gone.
Yeah.
And then they internalize that as, that was a nice compliment from somebody who's not is necessarily sexually interested
You're like
in me.
a hitman for compliments, you know?
Yeah. Pew, 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 rapid fire. Practice it on people like walking towards you on the street, maybe. Where it's like,
oh,
you
that's
notice
a good
something
one.
nice, and then you say to them, oh my God, cute. And then by the time they even register it happened, they're gone. Or maybe they have half a second to go, oh, thanks. then they're gone.
If somebody complimented me and then like sort of kept going about their day, I would be like, oh my God, that was incredible.
That was a real compliment.
I got a compliment and it didn't follow up with anything. Weird or awkward.
No obligations, yeah.
No obligations.
I don't think it's like, I don't think this is as hard as people make it most of the time. Like, I really think that if you just, if you make it clear that you're not trying to continue the conversation, even if you say it a little weird, but you're like not trying to get further in that conversation, most people still won't care. It's like, okay, the worst thing anyone thinks at that point is just like, I don't even know. I don't know what I think in that situation, because if they've left me alone, I'm just like, hey, they left me alone. It's fine.
Yeah, they
and if they misrepresent it or whatever, that's kind of on them. Like, you can't take ownership of how they feel about that compliment in a way. But I feel like it's always, if it's actually a compliment and it's always a positive thing, then I feel like more people would appreciate it than not.
Yeah. For me, it's really just like, it has to be like, I don't just be chucking compliments for good brain juice like a maniac. Maybe that's how I made it sound like last time, that like I'm having bad OCD symptoms and I run outside and go, I like your face, and then I run away or something. It's more, it's really, for me, it's if I notice something and I think, wow, that person is unique and I haven't seen a person try hard with that kind of thing, I just chuck them a compliment. That's what I like to do. And then it always comes across as genuine, regardless of gender, I feel like, because no one would ever have given them a compliment about that random thing before in the history of ever. You know what I mean? Like, I saw a girl with this awesome horse jacket, and I looked at it from across the street. I said, that's the best horse jacket I ever saw. And then like 10 minutes later, she happened to be on my side of the road. And I went, your horse jacket is the best horse jacket I ever saw. She's like, thanks. It's vintage. I was like, fetch, or whatever the fuck, like made a fucking joke, and then ran away. And that's it, because it's like, why not? Oh my God, I have the best story. We, what was I calling her? There was a woman I went to during Pride. There was like this big concert outside, and there was this woman who was the most ethereal, beautiful woman I've ever seen in my fucking life. She was insane. She looked like she was out of a Ghibli movie. She had everyone else was in jeans, sitting on the dirty ground, sitting on towels. And she had like this long dress and this big hat that was like, kind of like this, like, so it kind of like obstructed her face a bit, but then had like a black ribbon giving like 60s Coco Chanel or something. And then she just was like super elegant. And I was like, oh, and then I came up with a name for her. I can't remember. Michael Reno was weak though, because I just kept being like, oh my God, like, fuck. It's like 90% the joke is how funny this name was. But anyways, we were in the drink section, and she came up to me to compliment my patch jacket. So she came up, she goes, I love Pokemon too. Like, I saw your Cubone patch or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, you're ethereal as hell. You're so pretty. You know, like, it's just like, why not tell her that? Because we've been talking about it for like half an hour. And then she was like, thanks. So we talked for a bit. And then she split off, and like Michael ran over to me. He's like, you talked to her. What was she like? And like, it became like a bit the whole rest of the night. But like, that kind of stuff is so fun. And like, that just juiced up my brain to not have bad. I don't know. It like, I literally feel like a meter gets filled of like, ruminative thoughts go away if that kind of stuff happens in my life. I don't know. God, I wish I could remember her name.
If you call someone ethereal as hell, that will hit every time.
Oh yeah, right. Like, that's the thing too. Have some nice verbiage, not just like you pretty. But if you got hit with your ethereal as hell and you look like you're out of a Ghibli movie, if someone told me that, I would freak out. I'm asking Michael Reno what the name was of the woman I gave her.
And when you look down, I was like, she's texting someone to figure out what the name is.
She's gonna come back with this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll move on to the next question while we find what ethereal as hell lady was called.
She had a real name that I can't remember now, but that I learned later. It was like Jenny or something very normal.
All right, this question is totally for Sarah, which is why I want to ask it. I may be purchasing a house soon, fingers crossed, and if all goes well, I'll have about half an acre of yard to play with. I've got plans for fruits and veggies, and I'm researching native plants, but I'm not sure what to do in terms of flowers. I'd love to be able to make cut flower arrangements for myself from spring through early fall, but there are just so many options. I'm not picky. I like most flowers, but my favorites are dahlias and Gerber. Is it Gerberas or Gerberas?
Gerber daisies or
Gerber? It says Gerberas. Gerberas?
Yeah.
Gerberas? Okay.
Yeah, daisies.
Okay. I also love a good old weird looking flower. I live in a Oh, I don't even know what this means. A 6B-ish hardiness zone?
Yeah, so like Minnesota's 5, and it's like what can grow in your area.
Perfect. I live in a 6B-ish hardiness zone, so most things grow pretty well, and temperatures mostly stay above freezing. What do you all think I should plant? What flowers catch your eye in a garden or a bouquet? Many thanks from Flooded with Flower Options.
Oh, that's a fun name.
Cute. Yeah, time for Sarah to cook.
The ones that I started with, the easiest ones to grow are like zinnias. And they come in like a variety of colors, and they're just easy to grow. You can get like the cut and come again ones, so they'll be constantly blooming during the season.
Oh, they're pretty.
Yeah, zinnias are like whenever you're like, I want to do a cut flower garden. What should I do? Zinnias. Is like always the answer.
Oh yeah, you just make a little rainbow.
And they kind of look like your daisies. Snapdragons are always really popular.
I love that name.
I did. Let's see. Oh my god, I did marigolds this year, and those were absolutely gorgeous.
Celeste like those in Fields of Mystria.
They're a good flower.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're in like a better zone than I am, since I'm in like 5B, so like everything dies really fast. But I always try to do like when you're making a flower arrangement, and you can put some of your native plants in there too, right? Like you can grab like the black-eyed Susan if you grow that. You can grab like bee balm if you're growing that.
Black-eyed
salvia,
Susan.
like all of those can be used in flower arrangements as well. But whenever you're doing like your own cut flower garden, they always tell you that you should do like one spike plant, so like a snapdragon, or like a delphinium, or whatever the native delphinium is that I can't think of the name for right now. But it's just like any kind of spike plant you want in like a cut flower arrangement, and then you could do like the daisies or the zinnias, and then you want some greenery. So usually some people are like, if you're a professional, you'll grow a plant that's like just for the leaves because the leaves look good. I don't, because I'm like, I just want more flowers. So usually I'll just grab something out of the garden that has good leaves on it and throw it in there as well. But yeah, I mean, you literally can't go wrong with zinnias. They're so easy. You can just dump some seeds on the ground and they'll grow. If you want something that's like more intense, what are they called? Ranunculuses is a really intense flower to grow. You need to like, they're so beautiful, ranunculuses, but you have to do something funky with the seeds to get those to grow. They have some fucked up looking seeds, and I think you have to like soak them. And like, but they are, I think, so beautiful, but definitely a pain to grow.
Love that.
Oh, they do have weird looking seeds. They kind of look like spiders.
Sarah, what's your thought on eucalyptus? Too trendy?
I think it's a little too trendy. I know that it's like not good for pets.
Oh.
Having
it smells
eucalyptus.
really good though.
It does smell really good, but it's like I would always prefer like a native alternative to eucalyptus in like bouquets.
What is the like most fragrant flower? What can you plant that just kind of like you don't have to
Probably
get
lavender.
right next to it to smell?
Oh, I love lavender.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lavender tends to, I feel like wasps. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. But yeah, lavender. Jesus. I don't know what else.
You tried that
I'm so mad. I couldn't say it.
It's just that wasps really like lavender.
Wasps really like it. Do. Maybe like I think like oh my god, like gardenia I think also smells very strongly. Maybe magnolias too. Like tree flowers tend to smell also. So like if you have like a flowering tree, those tend to smell good.
Those take like decades to grow though, don't they? Flowering trees?
Well, if you're like, if you're planting like an apple tree, the apple blossoms will smell or whatever.
Cute.
But if you do plant like fruit trees, like they don't all start fruiting immediately. So it's one of those things you have to plant and be like, okay, in 5 years.
Also,
all
the fruit trees I encounter, at least around here, are such a massive amount of fruit, like unfathomable. Like, how do you not just have a garden full of rotting apples? Like my neighbor has an apple tree that partially grows into ours, and like hundreds of apples on this tree.
Yeah.
Like I've been taking some of them and eating some of them, but it's like no human could ever keep up with the amount of apples that this tree produces. Like we're just gonna have so much rotting apples at the end here.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I have a little
But, I mean,
box that I try to grow herbs in my driveway, and none of the herbs were growing. And then one day I looked out and a cat was shitting in it and using it as a litter box. And that's why
cats do that.
It was digging all my seeds up. It was pooping.
It's so funny. You're like, this is so weird. Nothing's growing.
You're literally trying to grow shit by accident. That's crazy.
And I even was like, why aren't they growing all summer? And then I just
the cat's like, why are they putting seeds in my shit box?
It was
this is so weird.
I was sitting there and Sable was barking, and I was like, what's she barking at? I look, and he's just popping a squat, shitting right in my herb garden.
Yeah.
And nothing grew this year. I didn't get it. Not a single herb leaf grew this year.
That's crazy.
Really
You'd honestly be better off buying like those basil containers from the grocery store.
I'm gonna do that next year and just start with them halfway and hope that works. Yeah. Anyways, that's my gardening tip.
I'm so sorry. I did like the hydroponics. Have you seen like the little hydroponic gardens?
No, what's that?
That you can keep. They're like
Oh wait, I think you showed me about that.
Yeah, it's like a little thing that you can just put on your countertop, and it has light, and then it constantly does water. It's like no dirt, basically. It's hydroponics.
Yeah.
And that worked pretty well, but like I really wasn't good at keeping up with it. But I think if you were good at keeping up with it.
Oh, Michael remembered the name.
What's the name of the lady?
I'm scared.
I'll say
this better be like amazing because it's been really hyped up.
I know. Now it's been too hyped up. I said, what was the fake name of the woman at the Pride event I made up? He goes, which event? What the hell? And I said, when Ellis was singing and she looked out of a Ghibli movie. He said, haha, oh my God, her. Fuck, this is going to drive me insane. I said, I know, I can't remember. He said, I'm literally Googling women's names. What did it start with? I said, I can't remember the letter. And he said, was it Winona? And I said, yeah. He said, I'm cackling. It was Winona.
Just Winona?
I thought it was gonna be something like really like I thought I didn't think it was gonna be just a name.
Winona.
Yeah.
When's the last time you met a Winona?
I thought it was gonna be like Countess Duchess.
I haven't, but yeah.
Duchess Winona. Then she was Duchess Winona. And I just didn't...
I feel like the story's being altered.
No. I'm saying, how did you remember that, you freak? That was like 2 months ago. Oh.
All right, we got a lot of really good ones this time, but we don't have time for all of them this week, so maybe some of them will go into the next episode, but I'm going to do one more here. Hi, PP Bang. I'd appreciate some advice on how to interact with a dear friend who loves to debate. And by debate, I mean repeat their point. By debate, I mean repeat their point multiple times until you nod and say, I see your point, I agree. At the moment, I make non-committal and I get that, but I see they're disappointed when I move to a new topic and don't get into the weeds of my very different opinion or enthusiastically chat about theirs, and they always come back to their point 1 or 2 topics later. For context, they are a warm and generous person who does not see vigorous arguments as tense or unpleasant, whereas I feel like butting heads for a prolonged period of time without developing beyond the opening opinion is deeply unsatisfying and not at all a friendly discussion. I do get a sense that this, again, wonderful, kind, amazing friend feels no discussion should end until they have brought around someone to their viewpoint. How can I meet them halfway since they obviously enjoy hashing out the details while I find it exhausting? Thanks for any advice. Signed, error, alliteration not found.
Do we want to start with like the correct opinion, or can I give my morally and ethically questionable?
Do the correct one first and get it out of the way. Okay. Get the correct one out of the way and then be morally corrupt.
Well, somebody else think of the correct one because I'm really in love with.
Tell them how you feel. No, be honest how you feel and tell them to their face. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Okay, all right. Now we can move on to
so if they're such like a warm and wonderful person, I would just, it's kind of like telling them, but I would just be like, I would find whatever like the root cause or make up some root trauma to this. And I would just be like, like if your parents fight a lot, look at them and be like, hey, like my parents like fought a lot growing up and I'm just like really uncomfortable around arguing and like aggressive opinion debating. And it just really, it makes me really uncomfortable, and then just like base it in some sort of childhood trauma that you have. And then whenever they start to do it, just bring up that like fake or real childhood trauma and be like, this is just really taking me back to when my mom and dad would fight in the Home Depot parking lot, and I would just cry in the car while this was happening, and it would be over what kind of piece of wood we needed, and then I think that'll stop it.
That's a fascinating take. I maybe twist it so that you don't have to lie, but think about why it bothers you, and then twist the wording to make it sound more legitimate, like what Sarah's saying. You know what I mean? So like, you clearly don't like debating. Do some self-searching. Think of why.
Well, I also don't think this is debating. Hang on. I know they're calling their friend warm and wonderful and everything, but like, this doesn't sound like debating, nor does it sound friendly or warm or anything. This just sounds exhausting. This just sounds like not like, I'm having a hard time imagining what hanging out is other than this.
Somebody
if
just
this
wants
is
to
how you're
fight
describing it
the whole time.
Yeah, like you just want to be right all the time. Like, do you guys
I think the
talk
issue
about?
Is they don't see it as fighting. They see it as like their opinion, which is the correct opinion, and then they need to hear you say it back to them.
But also, it sounds like they wouldn't be satisfied if you just said, okay, you're right. They'd probably be like, no, like, fight me on it, which is like, it's giving like debate me, bro, which maybe it's about like non-toxic things. We don't really know the context of the subject matter. But I think also, and I'm not saying that like drop this person as a friend necessarily, but I do think sometimes with all kinds of relationships, you start to justify like why you're in it. It's like, oh, well, I know this person for a long time, or, oh, this person's in my friend group, or, oh, but they're like not a bad person. It's like, I don't think there is a quota that you need to meet to decide a relationship maybe doesn't, I hate to say serve you because I feel like that's a little bit too one-way street, but like maybe isn't a person you want to spend time with. And like, I'm not saying that this person is that, but I think it's worth maybe reflecting on that aspect, like maybe after kind of a, hey, like you talk to them about it and see if they do like adjust, but maybe they don't because that's just who they are. And maybe it's like, oh, it's fun to go to the movies with them, but I hate like eating dinner with them. It's like, I don't know if you can compartmentalize people into like, maybe I can see you in the one context that I like you in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's what stands out to me.
Well, it depends on like how good your relationship is. Because like I had like a chronic overcorrector. You know that person who like if you say anything even like remotely wrong, they have to like fly in with like, and it's like not every conversation needs to be corrected. And I literally just looked at them one day when they did it, and I was like, I don't like when you do that. Nobody likes it when you do that. You're just putting other people down and like derailing an entire conversation for no reason. And then they literally stopped and never did it again.
That would work on me if you talked to me in that tone. I would be like, I'm so sorry, Maclean. I will never do it again.
And I'd cry, but yeah.
I mean, like, you're kind of going back to the original correct advice, which is like, tell them that it bothers you. But how do we do that without seeming like that? Most of the advice we get is like, I want to tell someone that they're annoying me, but I don't have the balls to say it. I've been there. Sometimes you just have to be like, the next time it happens, if it's particularly egregious, maybe to be like, I don't have the emotional energy for this. I'm really tired today. Or like try to phrase it in like, can we just relax?
I would just be like, what do you want? Do you want me? Do you need me to like agree? Do you need to hear your opinion out of my mouth?
Yeah.
And then that'll maybe shut them up.
It's so easy to give that advice when you're not in the problem, though. And, like,
and it's just so much fun to be like, would you consider making up childhood trauma to stop?
I can appreciate that answer because, hey, that would work, and you would feel bad saying that kind of stuff to get it to stop.
What if before they launch into their next thing, you start a debate and it's about how exhausting debate me people are? You're just like, you ever meet one of those people who just like, hey, look, we're in the bad advice giving part of this now. Like, you ever meet one of those people that just like, they cannot stop debating. Like all they do is just argue and they won't stop until you see their way. And then, hopefully they just get the hint that you're talking.
Those people are awesome.
Yeah, those people.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that they would say that. Like, I feel like I don't think I've really met people that are like this, but I've heard a lot about them. But it's like, I don't know. They just like doing that. They just enjoy it. So I don't know. Like, I don't think they would even see that. They'd be like, yeah, like that's fun. Like, like they feel like that's the point of talking is like arguing over something. And then until like someone gives, which I don't know.
Well, you have to be like, do you want to have a conversation or do you want to win? And those people want to win, so they're not good conversationalists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to, you either have to confront them or you have to like phase them out of your life quietly if you don't want it. That's the only two options.
But I also think, it sounds like they're really close. So like, have you ever considered when they start to do this, just going boo, boo until they stop?
Tomato.
Because like, boo, boo, tomato. Because like, that would be a really funny way to do it too if they're not easily like having their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Or whenever they start going into this weird debate spiral, just start booing them.
If you're really,
you could come up with a fun name for it, like you're getting into mock trial mode.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because maybe it's just like a small character flaw, and I don't know how small or big it is. It sounds kind of big based on how they were doubling down on like
what a good and nice person they were, though.
I think that's so weak.
But have you ever read?
I think that's cope. It gave cope to me. No offense.
You ever read those Reddit posts that are like, my wonderful boyfriend who's always fantastic, but he doesn't let me go out of the house unless he approves what I wear, and I can't have
it kind of read like that.
Yeah, and he punched me once, but he's like really good. We have a great relationship. Other than that,
no, genuinely, it also felt like with the way it was worded. I felt like a couple things. It felt like you really wanted us to, I think to the point of the write-in, I think they emphasized that in part because they didn't want us to just give the drop them advice because they don't feel like.
Which is the easy Reddit
that kind of relationship
all the time,
Yeah.
So like I can see that. And I also think part of it might have been, I don't know, people do sometimes feel guilty about like critiquing people. So they're like, I just want you to know that they're like really cool and it's really fun, but also like this part's bad. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. We have to kind of, part of these are always analyzing a bit of where what the vibes are. So apologies if we aren't clocking the vibes correctly, but this was one of many interpretations we had from hearing.
We've given multiple advice options that you can now tailor to your situation.
I think the good advice buried in there though is some form of you need to, and I think you can do this in a very low key way. Just to whether you're inventing childhood trauma or just being like, hey, I don't know what you need to hear right now, man. Like this is
you can just call it out and be like, what's happening? Yeah. Like you can just go, what's happening to the conversation, but in like a fun way, in like a chill, like an accusatory way. Because I feel like some people are bad at conversation. Yeah, and it can really, 100%. Really suck. And I think people don't know what being good at conversation is. But yeah, some people are just hard to talk to.
Yeah.
It may not be like malicious, so hopefully just being able to talk about it in bring it up in a way like that where it's kind of chill and everything, that they'll get the hint and not have to be told straight up, this is really annoying and frustrating, but you never know.
Or not. And then some tough decisions got to be made at the quarterly retreat,
Tana is like, I like how I'm on team, like, just call it out or like, just, like try to basically retrain them, or invent childhood trauma. And then Janet's like, they gotta go. This is,
and that's like not guaranteed, but it's a possibility. Because I have talked to people in real life, surprise, I think we all give advice outside of just the show of like just talking to people about their problems, right? And I've encountered people where it's like, I don't really, and again, I'm not saying this is this person, like I'm not trying to necessarily project, but where it's like, when you talk to them about their relationship with a person, it's like, it doesn't seem like you want to see this guy, and they're like, oh, but he's my friend. Mm-hmm. Is he though? Because you kind of dread when he hits you up. Yeah. It's like, we got to start reading our own tea leaves sometimes. So I do think, I'm not saying that's guaranteed what's happening to this writer, but I think it's something that you do need to like explore a little bit just in your journal with in the recesses of your mind, just to make sure that that's not the case. Because I think sometimes people, they're like, I can't, this is what my life is, and I have to just navigate inside of it, and that's never true. Like whether it's a job or relationship, a city, like it just isn't true, and you have to remember that.
Yeah,
I've been stuck there so many times where like nothing in my brain reminds me that I don't have to, like, this isn't, nothing I'm doing is permanent. I can just like get up and move. Such good advice.
It's true. I did that once in school where I became new friends with this girl and I really liked her. But every single time we hung out, she talked about her current boyfriend, and then they broke up and it was like a whole big thing. And I remember she called me and I had a car and she didn't. She's like, can you please come pick me up from his house? I need to get out of here. And I said, okay. And I went and picked her up, and we had I remember a long drive, and we talked about it, and I was giving her advice, and he was like it wasn't like a fight. Like he was like kind of like an abusive dude. And I was just like, oh, he sucks. Don't ever talk to him again. And she was like, yeah, I think so. And then anyways, like week later, she got back with him again. And then she started complaining about him again. And I remember sitting there while she was complaining. I was like, wait, why am I doing this? Like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. And I stopped seeing her. And my life was better. Like, she wasn't a good friend to me. She literally didn't do anything to help me once. She never asked me questions. She never talked to me about things. I liked her. Like, it was almost kind of like we had a honeymoon phase where it was like, oh, she seems really fun. I'm getting along really well with her. And then it just became like, how can I help her expunge all her negativity about other people?
Or like, people can be like that too. Like, especially when you're growing up, like you do have like that honeymoon phase, and then they quickly try to like pull you into their own drama to make themselves seem more exciting. And I'm like, your drama is not interesting to me.
I'm stressed out from you, and I need to step away. And also, it was like I was kind of giving Taxi Driver a little bit too. It was like, let's go somewhere.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, like let's go to the mall. I'm like, I don't really need to go to the mall. Oh, well, I do. Oh, you want to drive? Okay, noted. And then it was like, reach the point, and it's like one of the first people in my life that I thought consciously, Axe, no more. You know how some people just kind of phase out because you don't even subconsciously realize that, oh, I just am not seeing them that much because we haven't really been kikiing that much lately, or we don't get along like we used to. This was the first person I thought in my head, no more, that's enough. And then, yep, that's all. And it's like my life was better for it. It's a tough thing to do though.
Yeah.
In the moment.
Yeah.
I've always struggled with that. That's probably like my number one struggle throughout my life is like realizing that I don't have to keep doing things.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope we gave some fun advice for all of these.
Spectrum of answers for that last one.
Yeah, I know, but like, consider this: if one doesn't work, have you tried? You could try another one.
Yeah, you've got a whole menu to choose from. Solved, all done. Anyways, thank you everyone for listening to Pew Pew Bang. No ads this episode, no matter if you're supporting us on Patreon or not. But if you missed it last episode, we will occasionally have some ad sponsors. We are only going to take ones that we actually feel good about, where we genuinely like the product. But if you'd like an ad-free version of the podcast, of course, you can join at the $5 a month tier at patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's.
And as that.
What are we showing?
Plushies, and then Haley showed some. They had some random man. Is this Soldier 76?
Is it Soldier 76?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
in case some random man.
I have a Marie plush because that's Michael's favorite. But it's not in here.
You don't have your own plush?
This is for the thumbnail, Leo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh. I brought these just in case anyone asked about my special interest, but no one did.
We just talked about how it's all a scam instead. About how Pokemon cards are a scam.
It's a scam! They got
It's a scam!
There, Haley, that was like
nobody
so
asked you about my
sad.
special interest.
I brought this in case anyone asked about my special interest, but no one did. Another good t-shirt idea.
Oh, that's great.
Anyways, something about ads. As a bonus, if you also if you subscribe on Patreon, my goodness, as a bonus, you will also get our new pre-show segment called Sarah's Loaded Gun, where every week Sarah brings us a loaded question to talk about before the show. It's kind of like our warm-up. We've been doing it for a while, and I think we still have a couple in the chamber, so to speak. I don't know. We recorded a couple that haven't.
Chamber.
That's an
I will talk about your chamber if I want to, Sarah. This is a chamber positive podcast. We'll get those released at some point. Just kind of, we're thinking maybe in between seasons or something. Just some way to tide you guys over. But those will come out at some point.
You're gonna miss us so much because we're so fun. We're all losing.
But yeah, before every episode, let me finish, Haley. There's no obligation to financially support the show. This will always be free. We appreciate you being here. Just tell a friend if you think our style of chaos and screaming is up their alley. We're always reading feedback that you send our way, all that, etc., etc. You can find us on social media at pewpewbang.bluesky.social and at pewpewbangpod on Instagram and TikTok and all that. that is everything. That's our show. We have so many adorable Pokemon. I genuinely feel, I don't know if we'll do this anytime soon, but I genuinely do feel like we could do another Pokemon episode because there's just so much to talk about. But we won't do it this season, obviously, or probably even next season, but maybe at some point. Anyways, that is it for our show. Our Pokemon mothers are here collecting our money and calling us.
It's Blaziken and Gardevoir. They're here to pick us up.
Oh, they're coming to pick us up.
Oh my god, Mom and Dad.
Dad this time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you liked this, you can catch more of us on MinnMax's other content like the MinnMax Show podcast, our Unhinged community-voted series, New Show Plus, Deepest Dive game clubs on new and retro games, and a whole lot more. It's all Patreon supported, so if you enjoy the show, please consider checking out those benefits, clicking around to our other shows, or telling a friend about Pew Pew Bang. Thanks a bunch.